Hello, everyone. Somebody is saying that there's no audio. Are y'all hearing me or none of us? Hello, everyone. Somebody is saying that there's no audio. Looks like nobody can hear. So someone else says very quiet, and then somebody else says they can hear me but not you. So I guess I'll entertain people while you
Can
figure it out.
everyone hear me now? Am I
Yeah,
picking up?
let us
Can
know when you
ev-
can hear Jesse.
Ah,
It says you're muted.
what?
Jesse. Now somebody says
Hello,
yes, that's
hello.
better, much better. Okay.
Ah.
Now I guess people can hear you.
Okay. Then I add the other person. I have to do the same again. Oh,
Oh,
oh
does that mean I'm silent now as well?
no, I have it here, but you are two times here and Cliff isn't. Ah. Um.
Oh.
That is easily fixed. Say hello, Adam.
Look at
Oh,
two of
what
me.
was this?
Two of me. Don't lose Schrödinger's cat. He's way more important than I am.
I have to
Here.
figure this out for a second. Why aren't you working? I'm so sorry, guys. For the next stream, I promise I will have things set up properly. But I thought, it's probably very easy, no worries, and just started doing it 5 minutes before we started. And yeah, that isn't really happening most of the time. Can hear everyone in the chat?
I'm still here as far as I know.
Yeah, only the chat is missing on the screen. I always forget this. Always. There you go.
Hello at the
Earth, how
pothole.
are you?
Why isn't it working? Okay, I think I do the chat later if it doesn't work by now. So let me just say hello, the plot hole. Unflat Earth is here. Haven't seen you in a while, besides from today. Hey, Jan, content user. I think that's a new name. Hey, Sarah, Andrew, Demon Orb, Archangelus Lunai, Transgirl, Vinny, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and I just fucked up the whole beginning of this. So, how are we doing? Finally, only 4
Excellent.
minutes.
That's not bad. It's taken me well longer to recover from mess ups before.
Really?
Right.
You did really well, to be fair.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, the way that I do it is I make sure that everybody knows the link is going to be out there 30 minutes prior. That way we can hammer most of this nonsense out before actual show time. But even still, you've seen my
to be
screens.
fair, I was running late anyway.
Yeah, same.
I actually forgot about it, and I didn't sit down to eat dinner till like 1:45. So yeah, I would have messed it up anyway, being late.
I've been doing yard work all day, so that's why I'm not on camera, because just a sweaty mess over here.
I'm proud of when I'm a hot mess, so you know I roll with it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
When you're a hot mess,
period...
you are hot, so that's fine.
Exactly.
Right. The short periods that I'm home in between travel, it's like just this mountain of chores that got to get done. So being able to stop and do a stream real quick is a luxury.
No.
You mean like, you know, like the bigger creators like yourself don't have butlers? I just assumed that once you get that big, there'd be hired help.
I have a producer that does a lot of my YouTube stuff for me, and that is an absolute necessity at this point, and she does a wonderful job. So
She
thank you,
does.
Tina, if you're listening.
She really does.
But I like to get out there and cut the grass myself. I really do. You know, cut the grass and then go to the garage and drink a beer. I mean, it's nice.
A beer is
Yeah,
always
that's good
nice.
living. If you've got a ride-on mower, then you can have a beer while you cut the grass.
I actually do. Yeah.
We have one too. Cheers, everyone.
It shakes your beer up though, and then it's all foamy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to open the beer.
So you can,
Yeah, and open it
Yeah.
before you start.
Right. I'm
start
good
drinking a bit
We've
early.
got all our beer logistics worked out.
Yeah.
Can't figure out YouTube, but we're good on beer.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
know- we know
Priorities.
exactly how that works.
Priorities.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Team
start.
Skeptic in the chat. Hello, sir.
Hey team, I wanted to start this first of all with a big thank you to everyone because we hit 1K. I still can't believe it. I probably next week can apply for the YouTube partnership program. I basically just need a few hours to hit the 4,000. And
Nice.
I can hear some at someone's and myself.
It could be me. I probably need to put on headphones. Give me a second.
Okay, no worries. So, first of all, thank you all so much. I still can't believe that there are people wanting to subscribe to my channel without that I have to pressure them into you are my boyfriend, so you have to. But it's just amazing. 1,000 people. Oh my god. When I think about it, I have a problem talking in a room full of 20 people. So it's just amazing. And another heads up before we start with the fun part. Some of you know that my cat Cassiopeia has some health issues. We were at the vet this week, and the new vet, I quote, he took her in his hands and said, "Holy shit." And he wanted to get the surgery done a day after, but we couldn't do this. And apparently this whole situation could cost us up to 2,000 euros that we at the moment do not have. And I know this community had some issues with fundraisers, but when I have the paperwork for everything, I think Monday or Tuesday, I will set up one. I will post everything I pay because we have to pay the first half in advance. I will post the receipt there too. I just hope you know I don't want to scam anyone, but it is sadly a necessary thing, and I don't know what to do otherwise. She's like her mom, chronically ill. And I just wanted to give you a heads up that there is this thing coming. You can ask me anywhere. You can ask here in the chat some questions, in comments, in DMs, on Discord, whatever. I will gladly answer anything and everything. And yeah, if you can help, if it's necessary, I would greatly appreciate it. But if not, I absolutely can understand. Or if you think it's a little suspicious to have another fundraiser in the community, I also can absolutely understand it. I just wanted to give out a little warning before I start the whole thing, but it's necessary. And I get
our
good
animals
crying.
are family members.
Yeah,
As far as
absolutely.
I'm concerned.
And the problem is the vets we were here where we live. The first one said, oh, that's just a thing, she has to live with it. And I was a little suspicious then. And the second vet said, oh, we will do an x-ray when she's 6 months old. And I knew the kitten lady had a kitten with the same condition, the pectus excavatum. I call it expecto patronum most of the time, just for fun. And I wrote her a comment, and she got back to me, sent me some links to studies and information, and I just called a specialist and asked if there is a way he could treat it. I said I don't want to drive 50 kilometers for him to say, I'm sorry, we're just doing an x-ray when she's 6 months old. And the new vet is pretty educated on the whole matter. He explained everything in detail. He sadly had to explain what big of a risk this surgery is. And there is a, I think, 30 or 20% chance that she won't make it. But if we're not doing this, she probably won't be 5 to 10 years old, because her heart is compressed and in the wrong place. It's on the right side like in humans, but in cats it should be in the middle of the rib cage. Basically all her organs are squished, and yeah, that's probably why she is out of breath very fast, because her heart can't pump as fast as you would need it, and it's really serious. He said when we don't do the surgery within the next 3 weeks, there's almost nothing we can do later. So thank God I asked the kitten lady what to do, because if she's older and the ribs harden, they basically have to break her whole rib cage in a later surgery. And
right, because the sternum is sort of like flexible when you're young, and it expands and contracts.
Yeah, and hers is...
Once you get older, that hardens up, yeah.
Absolutely, and hers is one, or the worst case he had in his career, as he said, and that was a hard thing to hear, because yeah, as you guys know, these are my babies. I feel it's like my daughter. I called my mom after the appointment and said, hey mom, now I know, I think, how you felt with my surgeries all the time, because since then I couldn't sleep. I cry all the time because let me just fix that a little bit here, because I just don't know what to do anymore. I always imagine what it would be like if she doesn't make it. And that's really, really hard to think about. Oh God. Adam, you fucked my whole setup. There you go.
Keeping It Criminal is in the chat.
Oh, hi, Keeping It Criminal. Thank you so much. And Flirspective, hi. Thank you for coming in. And the problem now is she has to have 2 surgeries that are basically smooshed together, and she will get a chest plate outside of the rib cage, if that makes sense. And to this chest plate she has to get sewn her ribs too, that it hardens in the right shape. And because she gets, oh damn it, where do I have it? I had it here, no. And because she gets a chest plate to protect her heart, I made some t-shirts for her that she cannot fiddle around with it. I don't know where I have it put, but she has now Iron Man shirts because I thought it fits. And
right.
On Monday or Tuesday, the vet will call me and I will get a rough estimate how much it will cost. He said something in between 1,000 and 2,000 euros. And I have at this moment that I could pay around 700. And that's the story. We can agree with them to put the first half in and the rest monthly, but as you guys know, we're building a house at the moment. We have to pay so much there. We just didn't think that we have to do this, and if someone can help, I'd gladly appreciate it, and if not, it's totally fine too. I just wanted to explain to all of you why I'm going to do this.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No worries.
Marvel Girl is in the chat,
Hi, Marvel Girl.
so just wanted to say that, couldn't let that go by unannounced. And Unflat Earth, yes, I think I saw your email, probably haven't read it yet, but I get so many, and I do read all of them, but it's just a backlog sometimes. So, and then sometimes I'll get some that are just pages and pages and pages.
Oh, God.
Like, honestly, not to be a jerk or anything, but if you're gonna send me 2,000 words, I might not read it. Like,
Same.
yeah, you just scroll down and it's like, here's my college dissertation. Like, you know, it's just physically impossible when that happens. So, like, pithy messages, yeah, I'm gonna read them. Probably are gonna respond to, 99% of them. But if I open it up and it looks like an encyclopedia, sorry, is the best I can say.
Absolutely, I can.
I think that's reasonable. But everybody click the like button.
Thank you. And Cliff, thank you so much for the PayPal. I just saw it. I'm shocked. Thank you so much.
Happy to help.
Oh, I'm tearing up.
Always. Well, don't
Thank
do
you.
that.
Oh, yes, I do.
It reminded me, because as you know, I lived in Germany for a little bit, so I remembered the conversion. But on PayPal, when you put a number in dollars, it says here's how much it is in euros, and I'm like, hold on, that's not right. And then I started thinking back the conversion rate, and I was like, oh yeah, that is. So
Thank you.
It looked like I wasn't. I almost was embarrassed because I'm like, that's not as much as I meant to send.
Yeah, I could see that. I always have the same thing when I want to order something through eBay that is from the UK. I always think,
right,
holy shit, because it's pounds.
Right.
But
yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh,
No worries. Right? It's a kitten. I mean,
yeah.
What kind of monster would I be otherwise?
Yeah, one of them where Cats and I made a video about. Colon, just the other panels are now squished up because Adam had to reboot his system. It will be in order in a second, but when I go to the one guest set, I think I have no audio from myself. Or can you hear me? I think, yeah, okay. Okay.
I hear you fine. I assume the channel does as well.
I think it does. There's something I wanted to say, but I'm lost for words at the moment.
Okay, well, I'll say while you gather your thoughts that tomorrow I'm having a live stream, and I'm insanely excited about it. It's called Ask a Scientist, and I'm going to have PhD Tony, Professor Phil Bell, Dr. Clive Wells, and Roden Avanger, who is a no-shit rocket scientist who has sent stuff to space, on the panel. And basically, we're going to sit around and talk about nerdy stuff and take every question from the audience that you've ever had about science, but just didn't have anybody around to answer it. And I'm more excited about this live stream than probably any other live stream I've ever had.
I could imagine. sounds
Yeah.
great.
Well, I'm starstruck because, especially, I know some of these guys' resumes, and we're going to talk about that at the beginning. And I'm like, why are they even bothering with me? They're such impressive people with resumes that make, you know, a normal person blush, because it's so impressive, the things that they've done in their lives and the amount of knowledge that they can bring to the table. Like, I would be insane not to bring them on.
These are real
And
people.
yeah, and let my audience have access to this wealth of knowledge for a couple of hours. So yeah, if you ever, anybody listening, if you have questions about anything science related, like, get them ready and shoot them out there tomorrow night, and when we're gonna you know, knock them all down. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, it really sounds like an awful lot of fun.
Like, do you know who? I didn't know this. I knew who Clive Wells was because he was, you know, he was in my chat. You know, we talked back and forth. I knew that he was he had a doctorate degree and all that. So I sent him an email and said, "Can you, you know, here's the show that I'm proposing. Do you want to be on the panel?" And he wrote back and he said yes. But then I saw his tagline. The man is the director of mathematics at fucking Cambridge University.
Really? I'm sorry, my cats just ran over the cable. No. Wow.
That's what I said.
Wild.
I'm like, do you mean like the Cambridge University?
It's probably CGI.
Yeah. I mean, Cambridge is basically the same as in the U.S., like Harvard or MIT. It's like the premier, one of the premier universities on the entire earth. So Cambridge is where Isaac Newton and Stephen Hawking worked.
I know. Cambridge is such a big name.
And
that is...
This man is going to come on my show. Like, I couldn't wrap my brain around that. I still can't.
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. My most important feature is my voice, anyway. No worries. Yeah, sorry, trans girl. I know I messed up the stream. I don't know what happened. Like my download speed dropped to less than 400 meg, and my upload was not much higher. So I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, it's all good now. Oh, look at that! It's
I
three
have
of me
two
now.
guests.
Oh, it's three of all of us. Awesome.
What? Liar. I'm fixing it now.
I might be looking a bit late because my YouTube, like when I look at the YouTube bit as well,
There you go.
it's always running behind.
Yeah, that's
So
normal.
while you do that to fill up the air,
Yeah.
I'll say that it is my understanding that FTFE is going to be having a flat Earth debate tonight with Ross Thatcher, also known as Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, which is always a nice dumpster fire. If you're in the mood for that tonight, maybe grab a few cold ones. And Ross Thatcher is the guy that says that the moon was created because giants dug out the Grand Canyon, filled it with helium, and put it up in the sky.
Sure. That
Not
makes
kidding.
total sense.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah,
Not
Craig
kidding.
sent me
Absolutely brilliant.
a message about that. I probably will be in the panel somehow. If I'm still awake, I said I try to be there.
I have talked to
There
Flat
you
Earth
go.
Aussie Jesus before. It's actually
Really?
the first time that I ever met PhD Tony. We were both on a panel with Ross, and
Oh, okay.
he was just saying his nonsense, and Tony and I were sort of. How do you even respond to just an insane level of delusion?
You
Some people can
don't.
say things that are so crazy that you just don't even know how to respond, and that's what was happening.
Mm.
We were kind of shaking our heads and like, okay, like
You sort of just, you don't know if you should say something or if you should contact their family and help them get, sectioned.
Therapy. Yeah,
right, yeah. We
absolutely.
coined a term for him. We started calling him Grandfather Dumbass.
That's great.
I like that. That's all right. There's. I think that is one good thing with the whole community of like the, flat earthers, frauditors, soft-sits, and all that stuff. I haven't laughed so hard, like up until sort of January, where I sort of jumped into this community. I've been laughing my ass off. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Schrödinger, I have to say, huge fan. Love your stuff. So
Thank you very much.
Honor to be on here with you.
I'm particularly proud of my video that came out a couple days ago with Glenn Serio, when I finally could clip out a clip of him saying, "I don't understand." So then I just went through like 10 different things. I said, "Glenn, soap," and then I played him saying, "I don't understand," and I was like, "Having friends," and he's like, "I don't understand," and I'm like, "Being a decent person." I don't understand.
Oh, that sounds
That went
awesome.
on for about 30 seconds, and the amount of work that it took to make that 30-second clip was probably 15 solid minutes, like cutting and pasting and, arranging everything. But it was so worth it.
Yeah.
I
He's
imagine.
a horrible, horrible human being.
Yeah.
I think sometimes like the best videos just and I need to do another one, but a few of my earlier videos were like fake interview videos, so I'd ask the question and then I'd chop up what they, their
We did
Right.
one with Donald Trump together.
Oh yes, and we did Donald Trump together as well. Yeah, but it's so much work, but it is so worth it. And
Right.
yet you're laughing while you're doing it.
The fake debates, and I've got a couple of more coming up. I'm going to be debating conspiracy cats about
Ooh.
whether they're called cookies or biscuits.
Oh,
Well,
I'll be
they're
there.
biscuits.
Just
I've lived in both countries, and they should be biscuits. Although
They're
I
cookies.
miss biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
just a second. Hello, Marek. I won't pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Hey, Rich901, and I had some other names popping up here. Basic Trigonometry. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here, and everyone in the chat. I just had a shock, basically, and thank you so much to Unflat Earth for the super duper chat. Thank you so much, and thank you, Demon Orb, for your super chat. Kitten Fund from Demon Orb. That's just amazing. Thank you guys so much. I think I will almost be able, thanks to your chats right now, to pay half of the thing in advance, and that is the requirement for the financial plane. I don't know how it's called. Thank you guys so
Payment
much. Yeah, payment plan. Thank you. I just don't know what to say besides thank you so much. And hello, Archivist 17. So
Imagine an American Karen, and she flies to the UK.
Are there
and
other
it's
ones?
breakfast time. She goes to a restaurant and she orders biscuits and gravy, and they bring out some cookies with gravy on top. Like, imagine that avalanche of like. There's not enough managers.
No, there's not even enough. There's not even enough police force. They'd have to call in the National Guard.
That's why we gotta work this out. We gotta come to a resolution. They're called biscuits. Biscuits are biscuits, and cookies are cookies. Like we
see, it's kind of, you know, it's similar to the whole crisps and chips, or
oh yeah,
and it's hard to say, but soccer. But
soccer.
you know, the point is, our country's older, so you know, by default, we get to say what goes.
No.
You guys are still young.
You have your Independence Day. We
won the war.
Cookies and biscuits.
You know what? You
contrary to popular opinion, the war was about biscuits versus cookies.
we could just call them kekse.
I have the original Declaration of Independence in PDF form that I'm going to show during the debate that shows that's why we declared our independence, because we could no longer put up with this nonsense of cookies being called biscuits. That's the real reason for the war.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doc Walker has a point. It's simple. The language is called English, so they invented it. So it's their rules, basically.
That's a good point as well. That is a good point as well.
I'm sorry.
As a rebuttal, I will say we have the bombs. We makes the rules.
True. You have the bombs here in Germany.
When
let us pay for everything.
In charge, then I'd worry about the bombs. But yeah, no. But Biden's chill, and he's part Irish. He probably calls them biscuits. I think we need to check with Biden.
I don't know if we would get a coherent response.
No, it might be difficult.
But it would be a response.
I'll try and email the White House for you.
We haven't been doing great on our presidents in the past couple of decades. Just saying.
Yeah, I really think.
How did you? Oh, sorry.
No worries. I just wanted to say I really think Biden is at least an upgrade from Trump, but more I don't know anymore. In the beginning I was just honestly, like, fuck Trump, everyone else will be fine, but
I don't even go there.
Really?
Because of,
Hi Nimrod. Sorry.
If I say, like, somebody asked me, I had a Ask Me Anything stream last week, and somebody said, are you a Republican or Democrat? And I'm like, nope, not answering. Because why would I? Because immediately half my audience is going to be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So
especially as an American, I think it's harder to be public with it, because for me as a European, I can always say, when I say I think Biden is better than Trump, when there is something in the end that it turns out it's not, I can just say, but what do I know? I'm European. So I have always a cop-out, basically.
Well, I've never understood people who are in any way in the public eye, whether you're a local radio announcer or you're a Hollywood actor, or you're a musician or anything. Why are you going to put those opinions out there? Because roughly it's like 48% people in the U.S. identify as Republicans, and 48% identify as Democrats, and then there's like 4% in between. So when you declare that you're like one or the other, especially if you really strongly declare you're one or the other, 48% of your audience is like done with that guy. Like, why? What sort of idiot does that?
But on the other hand, I think the thing is, many people want to be activists in their thing, which is totally fine too. I think
Yeah.
people that are public with this should at least take this into account to say, hey, when I say this, some parts of my audience might say bye-bye. But on the other hand, at least to a certain extent, I think it's so weird to, for example, especially with musicians, when there is a musician that has a different political opinion than I have, yeah, I think it's not that bad. For sure, when he's a racist, I'm out, or a criminal,
Right.
I'm out. But when, for example, here in Germany, someone just votes for a different party than I do, because we have more than 2 parties here in Germany. I don't think that it's fair to say, oh, you do not, or your goals for our country or society do not align perfectly, F you. I also think that is a pretty stupid thing, that people think it's fine to call out, for example, Trump. The whole thing in the internet, and I think that is also the root from the Karen and entitlement thing, that people on the internet think they have the right to try to cancel YouTubers, influencers, everyone,
Right,
basically, just because they voted for Trump. You disagree, but Trump is a politician now. He was president. It's not that alienating for someone to vote him. It's, in my opinion, also, I would say, I really don't think that's cool. But on the other hand, you only have 2 options in America. When you, for example...
And you have to understand
yeah,
how polarized it is in the United States. Like, there's a significant portion of Republicans that think that Democrats are literally evil, and vice versa.
and that is the
There's a
problem.
significant number. Like, if you have a Donald Trump bumper sticker on your car, you may or may not get your window smashed one night. And the same way, if you have a Biden sticker on your car, you may or may not get your window smashed. We had the whole thing with people that would put up Trump yard signs or Biden yard signs, and then they would record on their doorbell camera people coming up and stealing their sign in the middle of the night. Like, that's how polarized it is here.
That's...
So
Yeah.
In America, I think it's harder because America is a 2-party country, and you have basically most of the time 2 shitty things to choose from, especially when you are in the public and you want to talk about some kind of politics. You in the US have immediately to identify as one or the other, and you're automatically, regardless of what your opinion is, if you're conservative or a Democrat, doesn't matter, you are the asshole. And
right.
the problem is that's not only in the US. I see it here too. Our right-wing party is called the AfD, the Alternative for Germany. And I really do disagree with people that vote them, because they're openly racist. But it starts even there, that people alienate everyone, which I am part of, kind of. I have to include myself in this, of course. But it's even with the more liberal parties in Germany, that when you say I voted for the left ones, you're the insult is Gutmensch. You're the good humanist is for them an insult, and you're a left green wing whore and all those things, just because you say, hey, this one party I agree with most of their program, because you have to choose one. Because I always say, when you don't go vote, you have no right to complain about the government. That's my stance on voting. But this polarizing thing and alienating everything that is not your opinion is everywhere, especially on the internet, but it's not just from the US, it's also here in Europe.
Yeah. But
See,
in the US, it's a really big thing to, if a certain rock star or certain actor doesn't agree with you, then if you're really far on one side of the aisle or the other, you don't go see those movies and you don't listen to that music. And if your friends catch you seeing those movies or hear you listen to that music, then you get shit from them. So it's easier to, at least as far as I'm concerned, just keep your mouth shut about it and just make, in my case, I just make my videos, and you can watch them or not watch them, but I'm not gonna like give you some reason to hate me on top of it.
Yeah, I see.
I don't mind giving people a reason to hate me too much, but like, I don't know. I mean, I lived in the States for 14 years, and I never bothered, going for my citizenship, because like the only main benefit really was being able to vote, and I've never really understood politics, and I still don't understand it a hell of a lot. So I've never like sided more with one than the other until Trump. Like I've always hated him.
Yeah.
He's not stable in the head, and regardless of what party he was, like my issue was with Trump. But then at the same time, when I was being quite vocal about it on like Facebook and all that stuff, like my family and friends over there that are Republican, like just went through the roof, And
Right.
I'll tell you, like, it's not about the Republicans, it's about Trump.
But people cannot
he's not a good person.
differentiate this. It's
they can't
everywhere.
And you can say something super benign like, "Oh, look at that stupid tie Trump was wearing." Like, you could love Trump, but you could say, "Look at that stupid tie he was
How
wearing," and put it on
dare
Facebook.
you?
People would lose their fucking mind over it, and like, you liberal bastard. It's like, I love Trump. I just didn't think that tie was good, and you'll never convince them
Absolutely.
that you don't hate Trump. Like, people are rabid about that.
It's
Here,
so
what part of the U.S.
weird.
were you in? Just by the way, because
Michigan.
it's a huge country and it's vastly different from one area to another.
Yeah, no, I was in Michigan, and
Okay.
most of my family and friends there were Democrat, in Michigan, but
Yeah,
there's still quite a few Republicans, and then I got a lot of friends from like Texas and Virginia, and I think they were all Republican.
I'm in Virginia, on the east,
nice.
the
I never
southeastern
got to
Virginia.
go there. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah, that's
I'm about
the
a
more
20-minute
south you
drive
go,
from
the
North
cooler
Carolina.
the American accent gets. Huh?
Yeah, I'm about a 20-minute drive from North Carolina, right on the East Coast, where all the Navy bases are.
Nice.
Makes sense. Just a second. Hey, Bob Nodals. How do you pronounce it? Is it Nodell?
No
I just call him
Nodell.
Knödel. I just say Knödel because Knödel is
Noodle,
German
noodle,
for
yeah,
dumpling. Hello, Bob Knödel's gyroscope.
That fits.
Yeah, it is Knödel.
Yeah, that fits.
I don't know what happened in the chat, but stop fighting, because that is exactly what I wanted to say with this. People, and again, I include myself in this, we now, thanks to internet and Karenism, have a problem differentiating between what are facts and what is worth saying, there is a right and wrong, and what is opinion. Because nowadays everyone thinks my opinion is the right. And that is
Right.
not the case. I saw this because sometimes I check some videos in the beauty community. And the CEO of that beauty company, Ofra, he said some racist things. He funded some things in the Trump party or the rallies and stuff, and people pressured every beauty guru that had at some point affiliation links with Ofra or were sponsored 2 years ago. Everyone pressured them to put out a statement. And why the hell would I, as a beauty guru that had a sponsored video 2 years ago, bother saying anything about it? Because I'm not affiliated at the moment. Or, for example, then he stepped down from his position and everything, but everyone said, oh, you're cancelled when you use an Ofra product. No. Products with those people active as the CEO, I would have a problem too. But I would never go on the internet and say to other people, hey, you are not allowed to buy products because I think that's wrong. Because that is opinion based. That the CEO is a shitty person for being racist. Totally agree. But when he stepped down, you have no right to tell other people what they are allowed to buy or not to buy. And this whole cancel culture and blah, 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 this whole big thing ties for me into this. That people think my opinion is now a fact. And I am sometimes guilty of that too. We all are, I think, because it's our opinion and that's why we think that's the right one. But I think all of us could use some self-awareness on this, because it is a fucking important thing. The internet at some point is not fun anymore. Look at what happened with Brainy Beaver. He said boy to a person and now he's a racist. Okay, that he said the N-word, I said it to him, I will say it again. You're not a racist for saying the N-word immediately. You're an idiot, 100%. But to be a racist, there's more. Also,
we were
saying
all unanimous
boy,
when that happened.
I say that all the time. I am not American. The word boy means for me something completely different. But Americans sometimes,
my son boy.
Yeah, Americans think it's a universal thing. I am fucking German. I know racism, and that's not it.
Right. No, literally, instead of my son's name, I call him boy. I have since he was a baby. Like he knows when I say boy, I'm talking about him. But it's the same as when you were talking about the whole thing with makeup. In our community, in our little corner of YouTube, the same shit happens. Like somebody will decide they don't like another YouTuber, and then all of a sudden all their friends that are YouTubers aren't allowed to like that person anymore.
Yeah.
And you'll get messages. It's like, why are you going on so and so's live stream? He did this or he said this, and if you're going on his live stream, then you can't be on my live stream anymore. And I'm just throwing the bullshit flag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Publicly,
because
like,
it's
do not
childish. It's like in kindergarten.
It is, yeah.
Do
not send me a message and tell me I can't go on somebody's live stream, period. Much less just because you don't like that person.
If someone killed another person, then you may have a point.
Well, yeah, you can make an argument, but
there are
like somebody because
nuances
of some perceived slight, and then you're going to tell me that I can't go on there and to their live stream, and if I do, then we're not friends anymore. Then guess what?
Stupid.
Your friendship wasn't worth a goddamn to begin with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just a second, keeping it criminal. If you can hear us still, bye. Thank you for sticking by. And hey, Bowhunter Auditing, H Jesper E, thank you so much. I have to Mr. Andret. I think you were there already, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, again, hello to everyone I might have missed. The whole thing is, I don't know. I mentioned it on Brainy's live stream last week. I got a message a few weeks, maybe months ago. I have no perception of time since COVID. That I am racist and that I said the N-word on a live stream of mine. And I said, what did I do? I said the German word einigermaßen, and that sounded like the N-word with a hard R. I'm sorry, you fucking idiot. But really, when I explained it to them that that is a normal German word and it has nothing to do with anything and that they shouldn't bother me with it.
It doesn't matter. People don't
They
care.
said I shouldn't use the word because it sounds like the N-word.
Right.
Maybe
I've got
they
a
had
story about this.
subtitles on, because you remember
Bye,
Irish
Joe.
Demon's opening when he always
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
you know, hello there, lads and lassies.
Lads and
YouTube
Nazis.
translated that as hello there, lads and you know, evil Germans from the World War. Yeah, so you got
And
Team
that's
Skeptic
horrible.
is coming back. Just
Awesome.
to let you know,
Uh-huh.
he's ready to come back.
Just a second. Sarah said, a German killed my granddad in World War II, but I still like Jessy. Thank you. Because, you know, I didn't do it. And
It wasn't her.
yeah,
I
and
can attest to that.
hey, Paxable, and the whole thing, I said it in a video I made about Daniel Pratt. The whole World War II discussion, because I get those comments all the time or messages that because I'm German I must be. I'm sorry, my great granddad was in the Waffen SS, but he wasn't there voluntarily. He was an engineer, he had studied, and when that happened, they needed him. They needed engineers, and they gone to him and said, hey, great news, you get a better job. And they said, you can't say no because, you know, the concentration camps aren't that far for you and your family. And so he made the decision to save his wife and children, that he would do it. And he, until he died, never said a word about the war. Every time when there was a TV show where someone had a gun or there was just the hint of something war related, he had to leave the room. But he would never wanted to put anyone the weight of the trauma he had on their shoulders. Until he died, he had never spoken to anyone about it, because he said it was so, he couldn't even imagine how horrible it was, and he didn't want to traumatize people, just that he feels better. And there were so many people in Germany. Of course, there were Nazis that loved that shit. Absolutely. But there were so many people that were just scared. There were people fighting against them. And there were people playing along because they didn't want to basically kill their family just to say no. And that is a decision that so many people can say, yeah, I would have done differently. No, you don't know. You could think I maybe would have done it differently. But until you are in those situations, you don't know. I get those comments with the school shooting in my city when I was 16. When I heard the shots in my classroom. And I get people saying, oh, I would have gone out of the room and, I don't know, kicked him down. No, you fucking wouldn't. You don't know how scared you are in this moment because you're not in this position.
But, Gene says that he's backstage and needs to be let in.
Of course. Hello.
Sorry.
Damn, I thought she was just gonna fucking just keep me there like the Germans took the Rhine.
Purgatory.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, like they're
I
like
just have to
the
add
Rhineland.
the
I was
audio
stuck in the
again.
Rhineland.
But shut up. I have to add the audio on the 3 guest setup. So now you can talk. Say hello, team, to everyone.
Hello, everybody. Great to see everyone, of course. And Jesse, you told me just today when I asked you about this live stream, you said your 1,000 subscriber special was next weekend. but it says in the title 1,000 subscriber.
Yeah,
Like, are
but
you
it's
doing
the
2 celebrations?
unofficial.
Pre-event.
It's a pre-show.
Yeah.
A 1 week in it. Okay, hey, you know what I'm saying? Some people, everybody
This is the
handles
one where we
entertainment
see if
differently.
Everyone can hold their booze, and we know you can't.
Hey, calm down, Limey. Calm down. I try to hold
So-
my booze.
Hey, I'm always calm, buddy.
We're
Say,
sort
How
of
you doing,
talking
brother?
about
What?
about cancel culture.
Yeah.
I hate cancel
Go
culture.
on.
Catch you up. There's a word in the English language that is spelled Nigar DLY. I won't pronounce it because an executive in a company did pronounce that word. That word means stingy. And
What is
he
its
used that-
root?
I don't know the etymology of it. I guess we could look it up real quick.
What are
but-
the look at it? Look what it comes from, and let's see if there's
right.
any relation. Because I don't like. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you you guys a story about me growing up.
You're just gonna fuck my story up and just like not even.
Go
let me finish it?
ahead, go
fuck,
ahead.
man?
I'm sorry. You have more
Jesus.
subscribers.
It's
I'm
like
sorry,
with
go ahead.
children. Mom, I was talking.
I just want to finish that. I need like 30 more seconds.
I'm just joking. Go on.
So he used this word, I guess, in a speech. He was an executive at a company.
Mhm.
He was forced out of the company, even after everybody understood what the word actually meant and how he used it in the context that he used it. It meant stingy, and he was saying that the company shouldn't basically be stingy or whatever. Nobody cared. Once they found out that he said that word, even after they knew what it actually meant, he was still forced to resign in shame.
That's fucked up. That's fucked
That's
up.
up.
totally fucked up. What the
Yeah.
hell?
I hate shit like that. I hate shit like that. Offense is to be taken, you know what I'm saying? Not given. I can't be offended for you, Schrödinger, you know? I can
Right.
ask people to be more sensitive towards you or whatnot, but I can't take
Right.
offense for you, you know? So
Right.
if people aren't truly offended and you know, there's no offense that was intended. I just think people get lost on intention, man. Like, intention is a huge thing. Was
Oh,
there
yeah.
intention for there to be racist or not? Did it come from a point of ignorance? Are we the ones who are being ignorant, like in this case?
Right.
Now, of course, given that that the etymology doesn't come from, Southern
Right.
America,
I don't,
1800s.
it probably doesn't. I'm gonna look it up.
But
real quick,
sometimes you're just
when you are
uneducated. And when you get
you are
educated that this thing is racist or has racist roots, then you can just cut it out and everything should be fine. When you
that's
still
how
use
much
it and
power
say,
you're
hey,
giving
F
away.
you, I don't care, then we could
When-
talk.
When you're offended, you're giving all of the power to the person that you said offended you. Like, if you call me just call me anything, just the worst thing that you can think of, and call me that, and I'm like,
Honky.
yeah,
I'm white.
Well,
I'm allowed to say that.
Schrödinger,
Yeah.
you're a flat earther.
Right.
Don't say that. That's
So-
really bad. That's really bad. Please don't say
So
that.
Did I
what
take it too
happens?
far?
That was
What
too
happens
far.
if you call me that, and I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. You didn't do anything to me. But if I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe you called me that, I'm gonna sit down here and cry. I just gave you so much power when I could just be like, yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
So the people that are offended all the time, just perpetually offended, no matter what anybody says, or the context or the intent, they're giving away all the power to the person who they perceive offended them.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, there are things that it's fine to get offended by. And sometimes there are people who just don't know or cannot understand. Is everyone still there? I can't hear any background noise.
I'm here.
Okay. It's your background noise.
I'm
here.
muting
It
myself when I'm
was
not
silent
talking,
for a
just 'cause
second, and I was just like, is everyone still there? But what I wanted to say is there is a thing that can offend you. For example, I had this discussion with some people here because we have For example, Mohrenkopf or Zigeunersoße. These are all derogatory terms for people of color or gypsies, Sinti, sorry. And it's for some foods. And now people say, hey, it's pretty fucked up to use this. It is a fucked up term and let's change that. And there are, of course, mostly white people that say, no, it's not offensive. Who are you as a white person to say to someone of color that they shouldn't be offended? You can have an opinion, but you can tell other people. It's like when men say to me, sexism isn't a thing anymore. You're just bitching around. No, you don't. You don't know. You have a penis. You don't have to talk on this topic. No, I'm joking, but you can...
Is it your time of the month? Is that why you're acting like this?
Jesus.
At least
I
I
had
can
to. You left
openly
it open.
admit that I have a vagina, Team Skeptic.
I refuse to openly admit that.
No, but
So
it is...
I've heard from Radical
Yeah.
that in the Netherlands, the N-word basically has no power at all.
In Germany, it has power, but not as severe as
Right.
in America.
In the U.S., yeah, in the U.S., that you don't say it.
Yeah, I know by now that you just don't. I have
Right.
some...
But he said in the Netherlands, it's like calling somebody a jerk. Like it just, whatever.
I also think the whole certain insults are wrong because you imply that being that is dumb. For example, when I call Team, oh, you're such a girl, that doesn't mean that I think girls are dumb. The
Right.
purpose of some insults is just taking away your identity. That's why
Oh,
I
wow.
say you're a pussy, because you are not, and I take this identity from you, and that is the insulting part. It doesn't necessarily mean that the thing you use as an insult is inherently bad. But
Right. It's like when you call a straight person a homosexual slur. Like, to me, as a heterosexual person, if you call me a homosexual slur, I'm like, what if I was? Like, how's that even derogatory to call me that? Because what if I was gay?
You know
What if
that
I
I'll
did that,
never
dude?
get that. I'll never get that. When it's on TV,
Right.
it's okay. You know, if they want to, let's say they want to enact like an insensitive moment in a drama, you know, where somebody says you're gay, you know, and they're like
Right.
everybody laughs at it. It's a joke then, and it's okay. It's on TV. It's okay. But if one of us say something like that, it's like, you fucking homophobe. Stop using fucking homophobic slurs. And you're like, well, hold on. You know, well, why is there a double standard here? You know, I've never been anything but supportive to my, you know, to my LGBTQ
I think there's a time and
IA.
place.
SVT plus or whatever.
Yeah, and that
Yeah, when I'm
that's
sitting around with my military buddies, like, we call each other homosexual slurs. That's just culturally.
I ain't
But
never
none of
said
us-
no gay shit like that.
You lying asshole.
You see,
You
that's
know-
a joke, though. But it's a joke. You
but
can laugh about it.
I have to say I
Yeah.
think
Have
there
fun.
is a nuance to it. I also think that's the
Right.
same with overly edgy humor. I think there's a time and place. But when
Yes,
you
there is.
are on a live stream with people that don't know you personally, and there are other people that might do not know you at all, when you say certain words or make certain jokes, those people don't know how serious you are. So there
Right.
is, in my opinion, it's a gray zone. But when I sit
have
at
to
home with my
consider your
friends,
audience.
I can say that
Right.
because I know they know I'm not racist. But you wouldn't
Right.
go out to the train station and shout the N-word because
Right.
those
Oh,
people are
man.
strangers.
Y'all have
But
no
when
idea.
you
Like,
sit
I didn't.
at home
do it.
on your computer, you sometimes forget that you are not alone at home. You are speaking to potentially, I don't know how many people. And I think
Right.
there is the problem why some especially YouTubers and streamers, say those things on live streams because they forget that they are not alone. For me, right now,
Right,
I'm
yeah.
here and I'm technically alone in my room. I have to
it's
remind
easy to
myself
forget.
consciously that I'm streaming, that there are people watching. And I
Right.
think there is the difference. You can have that humor, but on the internet, it is like you are out in public with thousands of people. And that is how
Yeah.
you should consider your words. But also the people watching should have the nuance to say, is it a joke? Is it not a joke? How serious is it? And if you get offended, just talk to the person, say,
But
hey,
with
I
cancel
don't
culture, though,
really
there's no
like.
such thing as a joke.
That's
See,
why
that's the
I
thing.
say that is
Yeah.
what all of us should do. That's why I say I do express my opinion on politics, because not doing it at all just contributes to the problem that when you say something, it's that, oh my God, how dare you? But
Oh,
also,
hey,
I
I'll
know
tell you what,
when
I've tried to
I
speak on
say
politics.
this, hey, Mr.
tried to
42,
speak
by
on-
the way, yeah?
I was gonna say I've tried to speak on politics a few times on my channel, and they hate it.
It's
And it's just like you can't even. You're not allowed to have a political.
But you're
opinion about
American, that's a
anything.
different story. I said
Yeah, we
prior.
were
Yeah,
talking
of
about
course.
that before you
For
got
me,
here,
as
how-
a European, I can always say, when I say, oh, Biden is better than Trump, when there happens something that, let's say, that's not the case officially, I can say, but I'm German, what do I know? I have a cop out,
Right.
basically.
Gang.
Yeah, in the U.S., it's just toxic to do it.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about you have to consider your audience when you're saying certain things, especially edgy things. My best friend and I, we have this relationship where we can say the worst possible human thing to each other, and then we just both laugh because there's absolutely nothing he can say to me that can offend me, and vice versa, because we know that we're just fucking around,
Yeah.
that we would both die for each other. Like, he sent me a text one time, and it said, nobody's gonna find this funny, but I did. I laughed my ass off. He said, if your son found your gun and started playing with it, would that be so bad? And I laughed my ass off because I knew he didn't mean it.
dear.
He was just sitting
Yeah.
around probably one day thinking, what is the worst possible thing that I can say to him? And we were, like I've said, I can't even start to begin to think the horrible things I've said to him. But when my channel hit 50,000 subscribers, he sent me a text and he said, you know what? Your YouTube channel is now big enough that you can start using it for evil.
True.
Like, that's just, but you can't say that thing to just anybody. You have to gauge your audience. What's going to be their response to you saying those things?
Of course. And you have to just know the possible effects of what you're saying. And as with Brainy, there is the possibility of a slip up. But that doesn't make you a Nazi just because you said one time one stupid thing. And that is basically the purpose of most commentary channels. To say, hey, you're doing this, that's dumb, but people responding to this, it's also dumb. That's the whole purpose
Indeed.
of the commentary thing in general, which debunking is part of, to call out bullshit and to express either opinion or facts to this, to maybe contribute to another. I just had a little stroke. To the conversation. Oh my God, the easiest word that I couldn't remember.
Jesse, I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that you just now said that you had a stroke, there will be somebody that
I know.
gets offended by that.
I know.
And will say, I can't support you now
Right.
because
But when I say
you-
I like purple
I had an
hair,
actual
someone
stroke,
gets
you know?
offended. There is
Oh.
nuance to
You're a purple hair
everything.
person.
And that is why I'm saying all of this. That is why I, in my streams and videos, I always say, hey, if you disagree, if you are inherently offended by some jokes, go in the comment section, DMs, email, explain to me, and I can very well also respond and say, I really do understand, but there is a nuance, and if you don't like the humor, you don't have to. It's like when a comedian has a stand-up gig and people cry because of their dark humor. Then go there. Don't go there. Go to someone else. You
Right.
don't have to agree with everything. That's why they're different comedians with different kinds of humor. And that is why I always try to talk about those topics, to maybe make it a normal thing to talk about those things. Because I can make a
Have
joke,
you-
you can say, hey, I think that's fucked up, and we can still be friends.
Have you heard of the comedian Bill Burr?
No. Just one
Yes.
just one
Okay,
second.
he did-
Remember
Legend.
where you are. Thank you so much, Colon, for 558 in euros from Colon to help with the kitty. My sis-in-law is a cat lover. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. That's awesome.
Thank you, indeed.
I still cannot believe how many of you are willing to help on this, and I stop now because I'm tearing up again.
But there's a comedian, Bill Burr, and I gotta go soon. I'll probably wrap it up with this, but he does edgy comedy, and he had this bit about he was watching one of the women's shows, Oprah or one of them, and they were talking about that there's never a reason to hit a woman, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I can think of like 17." He's like, but you just don't do it. But to say that there's no reason to ever do it,
I think there is even
He's
a
like-
reason to do it, because I know, controversial opinion, but as you guys know, I don't have a penis, so I'm allowed to speak on this topic. I think when a woman goes out and tries to pick fights with men with a thing in the back of her head, they're not allowed to hit me, and she goes there and punches them. Yes, you are allowed to punch back. You shouldn't beat her up to the hospital, of course, but when a woman tries to fight because she knows you are not allowed to defend yourself, I think you should. And
like his example was like he had a fight with his girlfriend, and he was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna engage, and he puts his headphones on, and he's like fucking off on the computer, but she wants to fight, so she comes up and she slaps the headphones off of his head, and he doesn't say anything, and he puts the headphones back on, and then she slaps the headphones off of his head again, this time even harder, and they like wrap around his head, the cord, and then he puts them back on, and the third time she slaps them off, and they like fly across the room, and he's like, in that moment I wanted to, and that was a reason to, but you just don't do it. But to say there's no reason is overly simplistic. Of
Yeah.
course there's reasons, we just don't do it. That was his whole point, and people lost their mind. But that logic is sound. There's reason, but you just don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to be canceled.
Yeah,
As I said,
I'm probably getting sacrificed in the chat right
we
now.
had
Thousands of
Yeah.
people are leaving as we speak.
we
Schrödinger.
have a comedian in Germany. He made his show was called something like, is he allowed to, or can he really do this? Because he said you can make jokes about people of color, not at the expense of them, but when you make jokes about white people and Asian people and everyone else and disabled people, wouldn't it be racist to not make jokes about people of color because they are people of color? There is a
Indeed.
nuance, and he makes those jokes, and he said, when I make a joke and there's a person of color near and he doesn't think it's funny, it's fine, but that doesn't mean I'm racist. It just means he has no humor. And there is nuances, and that's why I think it is. Why are people such bitches about everything?
All I gotta tell you guys is
I apologize. I got to get going. I'm gonna get smacked by my lady friend.
Oh,
Adele.
okay.
Yeah.
later, bruh.
And I won't be able to do anything except just get my headphones smacked off my head.
Yeah,
'Cause-
you're not allowed to do anything. I'm sorry.
So that them's the rules, as we say in America. But no, thanks for having me on.
Thank you
and,
for coming here.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
was
pleasure as
great.
always.
I'm leaving you in good hands, so no worries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and team, you can go fuck yourself, and
Will
see you
do.
guys later.
Bye. And
Good meeting you, Schrödinger.
just a second, Mr. Andret, who said I'm not a dog person? I am an animal person. I love dogs, cats, basically everything besides spiders. We
Young beetles.
will have a dog when we move to the house and get settled in, so I'm sorry, but I'm offended by it. I'm just joking. I just want to interact a little bit with the chat a bit more. I'm kind of, I just don't know what I'm doing today. I mean, that's not just
That
today.
I don't know what I'm doing almost every day, so you got one up on me.
Yeah. Tiny A, okay, I'm done, Jessy. Jessy don't like spiders. I'm sorry, just cancel me for it. On that, I am not sorry for everything, anything, I mean,
I am
brain.
scared out of my asshole when it comes to spiders.
I have a
And-
diagnosed phobia.
Oh, I imagine mine would be that bad too.
I
I've had some pretty
lose
interesting
minutes
experience
of my memory when I see a bigger spider. I once went unconscious because I saw a spider. I throw up when I see some spiders. With me,
Oh,
it's
wow.
actually a real thing, and that's why I once again, just in the chat, there's no ways to make jokes with me on that end. You will be blocked from everywhere when you try to send me pics, because I really have a problem with that. I know some people just want to be funny. Not funny, sorry. Oh no, Adam. Why your internet is gonna crap out again, maybe.
I don't know. It keeps going slow.
Oh.
Like the download speed. My upload's fine, but my download is normally at least at 20 gig. 20 gig? 20 meg? 20 meg. And yeah, it's like less than, it's like 500k.
Renty.
Oh, that's not that
I
good.
mean it. I'm sorry. I really, really mean it. I don't want to bitch about anything, but I even have problems with the icons. We have a children's show, which is a cartoon basically. It's called Biene Maya, and I can't watch it. With those icons and cartoons, I just get a little unwell because I know it's not there. Because yeah, everything is good, Ranty. You don't know because the last live stream where I mentioned it, you weren't there. That's why I just wanted to express that. With me, it is a serious thing. As I said, I get unconscious when I see one. When a few years ago, someone sent me a picture of a spider, and I couldn't touch my screen because rationally I know it's not there, but I am so disgusted and scared of spiders that I cannot touch my screen. So it's really bad with me. I always act like I'm such a tough person, but when something has 8 legs, I'm out. So sorry. But Adam, it seems okay from here.
It's going up and down. The upload's doing all right, but like I say, the download side of it is really crapping out. So, like, you know, seeing you on the camera it's pixely as hell, you know.
Okay.
Team's logo is coming through fine.
It's pretty pixely for me too, for Jesse.
But then also,
but that could be also the pixeling thing could be on my end, because in the background here I try to upload my video for my Patreons for today. I just put it on, I think, not even HD, but it's been uploading. I export and upload in one step, and it's about 4 hours now. I don't know if the 4K version
or
no, it's
4 hours before it's done, or 4 hours that's been going.
It's been going for 4 hours. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
this will.
What kind of internet? How big is the video? Is it like a freaking?
It is a long 4K? Video. It's at 80% now. It is a long video,
yeah, how
but
big is the file?
the file itself will be about. Oh no! Now I fucked everything up.
Don't do that.
File itself might be around 2 gigabytes because it's not in HD, but the 4K version will be about 6 gigabytes.
Oh, are you really doing a 4K version?
All my videos I upload
Well, that's good.
are in 4K.
YouTube likes that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the problem is the internet here. Last time I checked, I think my upload was at. I have to check. I can't remember. Here it's so horrible. I hope when we moved I can get real internet, so I don't have to, when I upload a video, just upload without exporting, just upload, that is I think 30 minutes long. In 4K I sometimes need 8 hours. Sometimes it's in 2 hours, but when many people in this house and in this street are online, my internet is fucked. Oh no, wrong window. Okay, sorry. It's horrible here, I tell you. So.
That's insane. It's like so slow. I don't think I could live with y'all's internet. Just saying. I'd rather kill myself.
Trans girl, yes, you are right. If it was on my end, it would probably be pixelated for you too. But that could also be I have the how is it called? The lag
my old
is
internet
bigger.
I used had like a max upload speed of 1.5 meg.
Sorry. What is the website called where you can check?
Pornhub.
Haha, your internet speed, your Wi-Fi. How is it called?
There's
Speed
loads
test.
of them.
Speed test.
Testmine.net,
Yeah.
Speedtest.net.
Test. Yeah, there it is.
Speedtest.net.
My stroke was speaking again.
So my audio's low, Renty.
It's too low. Then I put it manually a little bit down because your I don't know what it's called in English. The higher tones are piercing on your microphone. Say something. Is it better?
You want me
Adam.
to say something?
No. Adam. Can't he hear me or
Who? Me?
who is called Adam?
Yeah.
Ask the chat if it's better. I have download 8 megabytes per second and upload 2.5 at the moment.
You have what?
Yeah.
Upload 2.5 and you're uploading during the live stream.
Yeah.
You nutter.
Yeah. Nutter is
Fair play.
definitely-
Fair play.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the work done. Definitely. Yeah, I might have to reboot my
I
router.
can just give me
that's English team for router.
Router.
Nutter, like just crazy person. Like we all are really.
Can you see
Oh
this?
my god.
But yeah,
Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it.
yeah, I need to reboot it and give it a go because it's not even hitting half a meg, and everything keeps dying. I will be back hopefully shortly.
Okay, see you in a second.
Nathan Thompson just released a video of him getting rejected by a girl.
Oh,
Oh, I have to watch this.
Poor
I know, I feel bad for the
boy.
guy. He's a half-wit. There's not too many women that like half-wits.
Not too many women that like Nathan.
Oh god, look how nasty he looks. He looks greasy.
Really? I haven't.
I've seen him several times in person.
I don't. I was just used by
He's gonna
him.
be one of the. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I was used by him at the live stream from Stroke Brain again, Irish Demon, where he called me. I'm disabled. This girl, she's disabled and is not working. That's
Oh,
your
yeah, I
subscriber.
remember
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it brought
Yeah,
me
fuck him.
a whole bunch of traffic and new subscribers on my channel. So, thank you.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. You deserve more subscribers. You keep at it, and you'll have them.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Yeah, I will keep going. It's an awful lot of fun.
Yeah, a cute face and a mediocre personality will get you far these days.
Thank you. I'm okay with mediocre.
Shots
Renty,
Fired.
stop bragging, please.
Oh yeah.
I have
Mediocre is a
2.5
stretch for me. You have 2.5 what?
upload megabytes. 2.5.
Oh. Yeah, mine is 900.
Stop bragging.
When we do our live streams on my channel, I always send you guys 1080p back. Like I'm able to send out 1080p 60 frames on the live stream and 1080p to 8 different viewers.
I don't.
That's what you call a dinosaur penis of the internet.
Yeah,
That's how good
basically.
my freaking-
Here,
good it
here
is.
the problem is that this house here was once just intended for one family. It's an old house, and they put on new cables and stuff, and now it's basically 3 different families there. So 3 different Wi-Fi's for the one thing that it was intended. So I just can't complain. We're here just for I hope 2 months, and then we're finally at the house, and there we have glass fiber and everything new, and hopefully good internet.
Glass fiber.
Isn't that what you call it
I like
in
that.
English?
Sure. No, we call it fiber optics.
Ah, yeah.
It is glass though.
Yeah, in German it's German brain Glasfaser. It's glass
Glasfaser.
fiber. So
Did I say it right? Glasfaser.
Faser.
Faser. Okay,
Yeah, very
Glasfaser.
good.
Yeah, did I say it right? I'm trying to learn German for my friend.
Ooh, how was the date?
I know. Which one?
Oh, you
I've
had
gone on
now
several of them.
multiple with her.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're getting along pretty well.
that's
I like her.
awesome.
She's cool. Yeah.
I'm happy for
German
you.
chicks are cool. So,
I know.
yeah. She's easily relatable for me, so that always works out. And she's not demanding, so that especially works out for me.
That will kick
That-
in after a few months. Don't worry.
Hey, calm down. Relax. She's different than the rest of you freaking Germans. No, we had a good date the other night. We had a good date like 3 nights ago.
Did you
Thursday
ask her
night.
where she's from Germany?
Yes.
But you
God
forgot.
Damn, why do you have to ask me these fucking tough questions?
Oh my god. I asked you something that she told you. You should remember if you really like her.
I do really like her, and that's the problem. I forgot her
Oh.
YouTube name the other day.
How
And I have
dare
so many
you?
we have so many text messages. I can't even. I know. I'm already being a bad, whatever we are.
Chat, I promised Nimrod a link to the call, but if my brain, if Adam comes back soon, I only have the setup here for 3 guests, so next time I have to figure out how everything works, and then I can have 6 guests here. But for now, bless you. But for now, Nimrod. And now here's Adam. Then I go right to
hello.
here. And Nimrod will be there in a minute. I hear something outside of the door. Someone is coming. My brain is off today. Maybe I need another beer. I think
what I
that's the
missed?
problem.
Anything?
Yeah, I learned German.
You learn German?
Well,
Yeah.
that's a lie.
Ah, okay.
It was some like
What's the
Uh,
backstory here? Have you ordered
Best
a
in
wife
waffle.
online?
no best in waffle. That was that the word
Yeah.
that I had to say? What was the word you taught me to say? And what does it mean again?
Glasfaser.
Yes, Glasfaser.
Are you trying to get Team to, like, end his relationship prematurely by giving him dodgy words? to
Give me
say?
just a second. My cat is in desperate need of help. I'll be there.
Oh shit! Time to put the cat down. I know that anytime someone says that they have an animal that's desperately in need of help, it's like within 2 to 3 weeks, it's time to put the animal down. So everybody get ready to mourn with Jessy. What you been up to, man?
Not a lot, dude. All I've done this week was like one live stream on my channel because I've been I tried messaging you on Discord on 2 different things. I'm not sure if I found your correct, like, your new Discord.
Yeah, I haven't been really checking it. Yeah, I see your message right here. I see
Oh,
it.
okay, fair play. So yeah, because Oakley and his Muppets have now decided that a sextant proves flat Earth, which obviously
luck
we know
with
it doesn't,
that.
and it only works on a globe. But because I've never learned celestial navigation or how to use a sextant, I've been learning that this week and working on this video, and it's just it's taking ages.
Yeah, the sextant is absolute, undeniable proof that the that the Earth is not flat.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
easy to use trigonometry for that,
Mhm.
versus being able to prove it by by the star being really large and really far away, and then the Earth being shaped with a certain radius that actually equates to about 69 degrees for every 1 degree drop of declination.
Mhm.
So it's the only way to get that is by having a star that's very far away, very large, and the Earth being shaped like a globe,
Mhm.
Hi,
or at least
Nimrod.
not flat.
Yeah, I might
What
have
up,
to pick your
Nimrod?
brain then. Yeah, I don't know. I should have the video done editing tomorrow, hopefully. So I don't know if I chuck it up on unlisted and that. Would you mind giving it a look through, team, and just let me know if I've made any major cock ups?
Yeah, didn't you like fuck me over with all those $1 super chats the other day?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, fuck off.
Hey,
I'm not
they were
helping you out.
£1 super chats. Each one
That's
of those
right.
is worth
Like
more
a
than $1.
like $1.25.
Why did you pee? Did you pee?
Yes, I
couldn't sleep
peed.
the whole
I ended
thing.
up peeing. No, I ended up peeing before we got through the Century Club.
Oh well, there you go. See, so it wasn't, yeah.
I
So
suck.
really, if anything, because you were already out of the Iron Balls challenge, I was helping, hopefully,
Ted-
get your mates out of it.
Ted got close to the Iron Balls challenge. He probably would.
Really?
Well, we kind of stopped paying attention after a while because he was getting pretty drunk pretty fast.
That
This
is
a
what
lot
we're
harder than
doing
it sounds.
next week.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, everyone, we get fucking hammered.
I guess I'll go out and buy some scotch then.
You don't
I
have
tend
to buy scotch or anything. You just have to have
getting
some
hammered.
adult alcoholic beverage.
Everybody, 1 second. I need to.
Nimrod,
to
you're-
let Nimrod, be careful. You will end up pouring that alcohol out if you're not careful, leaving it
Yeah,
upside
It's-
down like
upside
that.
Is it 7%? I can tell.
He's upside down. He's in Australia.
I know.
G'day,
That's not
Nimrod.
possible. Australia doesn't exist.
G'day,
Renty,
Nimrod of
it
Bacon.
might be that Limey and
Learn
Team
how
have.
to shrimp on the
Just
barbie.
shut up.
Hey?
It might that Limey and Team have both used default settings on StreamYard and not selected their proper mic. Referring to what I just
My
my
mic.
audio settings. Select the right mic on that.
My mic is built into the laptop.
That is
I'm gonna
why
buy
it's
some at some point.
So loud in the. What is it called? The higher tones.
I can
The higher tones.
Okay.
Fuck you talking about?
high pitch.
No, the
Alright.
bass is the
What
deep
is-
When
tones.
she doesn't know
The
what she's
higher
talking
frequency is what?
Volume is, I think he's talking about. It was
Dum,
quiet.
dum,
So-
dum, 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 dum. Like that.
Thank you, Mr. P.
Dum.
Dun.
Oh, that looks
Nimrod,
fucking good
Nimrod,
right
I
there. What
don't
the fuck is that?
Hey,
Camel
shut up!
Sinners?
Shut up!
Oh my god, I need to eat
Nimrod,
those. I'm
I
sorry,
don't
go
know
ahead.
if you know, but you are allowed to talk on this stream. Oh, don't.
What the fuck is that? That's like a cookie. That's like
Alright,
a
is
Twix
mine-
cookie.
Is that allowed?
Can I just
I
ask?
want that. The cat
Mine.
wants that too. Look at that.
Treble,
Oh, Twix
thank
cookies.
you, chat.
Yeah, dude, they're awesome.
So, who is again the native speaker, you guys?
Oh, I am. I'm English.
yeah,
I had the same thing with Adam yesterday. I sent him a message. Why? No, WYD.
WYD.
And he asked me
Right.
what that means. And I
Yeah,
said,
because
what
I'm
you
not
doing?
a 13-year-old girl. I don't talk in letters like LMG, WTF. No, that's
Ich
not me.
habe,
If you,
ich habe keine Kaninchen.
all right, it is Heineken time. If
I
you
don't have
read
one.
my messages on Discord or Facebook or my texts, they're grammatically correct. Like I don't use these.
Sorry,
little
Mr. 42.
things, so yeah. Anyway.
Was ist das?
Yeah.
Was ist das?
Was ist was?
Yeah, oh dear. Yeah, is the volume better now? Anyway.
Your
Chat,
volume, I think I fixed it because
Oh, okay.
the treble is so piercing with your mic. I had to tone it down a little bit because I don't know if you before opened a
'cause
can
it's
or
the-
something. When you do, for example, that is so loud with your mic.
Yeah, I know. This is why my videos take so long to edit, because I don't have an actual microphone with a pop filter. I've just got the laptop mic. Like I
Jessy.
go through, you know, and I find all the bits where I accidentally do that, you know, that noise and silence them. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
a lot of
Jessy,
work.
vi ska prata på en germansk språk. Så
What?
att de engelska idioter inte förstår vad vi säger.
What? I have no idea what you just said.
The answer is 42.
I was speaking in Swedish. It's a Germanic language.
That's why I had no idea what you said. Just a second, Joe Black. It might
I'm
be
only messing.
because you're using more programs than just StreamYard. Is it OBS? No, StreamYard is the browser thing, and Streamlabs is OBS. But I combined both of them because it's I had it set up for Chromium, but I do not understand Chromium, and that's why I just figured today I just use StreamYard. Do not stream directly with it. I just screen capture StreamYard with Streamlabs.
And you do that so you can get the calls, right?
This
Yeah.
is the first time I've been able to talk to LimeyPlay straight on StreamYard because every time I've used the channel, it sucks.
All I use is the StreamYard when I'm doing. Like, I don't even use OBS when I'm doing a live stream normally.
Hey,
Um,
Jesse, you
but
could.
yeah.
There's a new,
Which is
there's
why
a
I
new
can't
thing.
talk
Can
to
you
man.
talk after
Oh.
one another, not all at one time? I am
Yeah, that's my
able
fault, I'm
to
sorry.
multitask, but not on that level.
Well, I was gonna say, look into OBS Ninja. OBS Ninja is a free like OBS call thing. Then it uses browser sources, so you just bring a browser source into OBS, and it'll bring the camera source in, or
That's
it'll
what
bring the
I'm
call in.
Doing here.
But you don't have to do it on a. You don't have to do it as a like. You can do it all within OBS instead of doing it through StreamYards and OBS. You can do it all within OBS.
Huh.
Just look into it. OBS Ninja. There's a lot
Okay.
of things on the internet, tutorials and shit on the internet how to do it right.
OBS
And it's free.
Ninja.
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah, so-
I'm sold. I on it. Everything that is free. What am I doing here? Oh, it's the wrong window. Is it? What am I doing?
What am I doing?
I don't know, Jesse.
I don't know too.
If
Just do this and
if
it's
I could
fine.
answer that, I would.
If I don't know what I'm doing, I do not expect anyone else to know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Today is just. LimeyPlay, you're still softer than Jessy, but it's better. Then I crank it up a little bit. Let me say something, Adam.
Something, Adam?
Jesse, what do you think of Zuki?
What? I'm sorry? I didn't
I
catch
still
that.
think you need.
What do you think? What do you think about Zuki?
She's incredibly cute and I'm a little jealous, but my cats are playing somewhere.
I still think you need to take that parrot to the vet. It doesn't look right.
She is perfectly fine as she is.
Okay,
This is
Transco,
where
perfect.
she loves to sit.
Yeah, she lives on your shoulder, doesn't she? Because she was on your shoulder like every time you've come
I'm
on mine, I
sorry.
think.
I have to interrupt. Mr. P, it is offensive to ask people that are not able to whistle. Because Team is not the only one.
Absolutely.
I can't whistle too.
Wait,
And you
can
know
not
what?
either, Tim?
I sent Team Skeptic.
I
He
can't
didn't
whistle.
see it because it's on his old Discord. But I found a clip of Rihanna saying she can't whistle too. So
Okay, so here's I have to turn my noise reducer off, and now it's off so you can hear me whistle. Okay, this is me trying to catcall you, Jesse. I see you walking on the street. I'm all about purple hair, and I go. Yeah.
Oh,
Does
dear.
it-
can you move one eyebrow at a time?
Hold on, I think so.
I can see it. So
Uh-oh.
Pixar
Oh,
doesn't
no.
happen.
Yeah.
Can you do it, Nimrod? Can you do one
Oh, no.
eyebrow?
Can I do
Move one
one
eyebrow?
eyeball at a time? Well,
Yeah,
well,
He needs eyebrows
Uh,
first.
I can do the eyebrow at a time, or both, or I can do the whole.
I always,
I can
because
also do
people are
the whole staring and the touching of the eyes if you want.
but
me
why
to.
would you do this?
Um,
Stop this. You have eyelids because they have a
Because-
purpose. To
I
protect
have
you from this.
lenses in.
No, the purpose of the eyelid is to stretch it open so you can touch your eyeball. I mean,
Exactly.
he just proved
And I
that
have
right
contact.
now.
Yeah.
I wasn't touching my eyeballs. I was touching my contact lenses.
They are on your eyeballs. So indirectly.
Mm.
Why?
Yeah, because I mean that's very true, Jesse. Because no woman has ever slapped a man for grabbing her jeans. You know. So yeah, same thing. It's still your eyeball.
I just had
Oh.
to think again what you just said,
Yeah, I
but
could see the wheels
my-
turning.
my-
I
my-
thought I'd let it go.
today
you
my
know.
brain isn't working
Can I
properly.
can I just say, thank you, Bob Knödel's gyroscope. It is a very nice pussy that I have.
Yeah. True.
Bob Knödel's and his gyroscope was correct. This is a girl, and she does have a.
Yeah, you
So,
just
yeah.
flashed her
Yeah,
without
that's-
her
that's-
consent.
That's gonna get the video a strike, isn't it? showing off animal genitalia. I don't know.
I
I
actually
wasn't
don't
showing
think
off anything.
showing
She
is
showed it off herself.
yeah, and that's not the problem. The problem is saying what body part of that animal. I think that would give you
Yeah,
a strike rather than showing it. Maybe they
You know,
they
I was
upgraded
only
their
mentioning the-
algorithm.
I only mentioned the fact that I have a pussycat.
Oh, by the way,
I don't
just
know what
just
YouTube
I'm
can
sorry.
do about that.
You all know about the video I made and Katz and I made about the animal abusers.
Mhm.
I have additional information that I won't share with the public, but I know for sure from the boss of all of their network, at the moment they're taking a step back from those channels because it's too much stress, because YouTube took down so many videos and channels of them that they are trying to take a step back and maybe think about starting again or something. But at this moment they're at least thinking about stopping to do that. So we made progress. I will still oh, hi Cats. I just shared some of the news.
Hey.
I will of course check for additional channels that do those things. But with this group at the moment, they're taking a step back. It's not working out for them. They do not earn any money, and it's too much stress to buy new channels that are monetized because that's how they do it. And if we keep going when they come back, they will probably stop doing it.
So
And
wait, are you,
just
you
a
saying
second.
they're taking a step back because it's too stressful to beat an animal
Yeah,
when you're not making money about it? Is that basically it?
yeah. But at least they
I-
stop
Oh,
hurting
disgusting
animals.
people,
I,
isn't it?
I know, but it's progress and it's a good thing. And
Yes,
Sarah,
it is. It's
absolutely
very, yeah.
no worries that you couldn't watch the video. That's why I put trigger warning in the beginning in the title. I would never expect people to watch something they get triggered by. That's why I put the warning up. And I can
I'm sorry, I just have to
absolutely...
go put my
What?
daughter to bed, okay?
Yeah, no worries. And if you can't watch it, that's totally fine. That just tells us that you are a good person, basically, because when you cannot watch it means you have compassion for those animals. So it's absolutely fine. In the video,
It was a
I
good
cried
video
multiple
to do,
times.
though.
I cried
Yeah.
while editing, and I cried later when I re-watched it, and it's horrible. But for me at least, because I found those videos, because as I said, I sometimes like to cry to animals. I don't know, those happy videos when the guy was in war and came back after months, and when their dog is so happy, I always cry. Sometimes I need to cry. And I found those channels because they're declared as animal rescuers. And I think, just a second, I think I couldn't have slept the rest of my life knowing that this happens and without trying to do something at least. Team?
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say, you know, like, I just want to kind of step out there and put myself out a little bit, like out in front of the crowd and kind of knock down the persona. What like saddens me deeply is when I go to like a channel that I'm subscribed to, like yours, and I see that I'm not a moderator on it. But what saddens me, what I cry about, is when I see Conspiracy Cats and he's not a mod either. That is an absolute travesty.
That's
Fuck world
just
peace.
such a bad
Let's get
thing
him a
for
moderator
you.
badge.
Yeah,
Let's
write
get
something.
Conspiracy Cats a moderator
Team,
badge.
write something. You're just bitching about it because
No.
everyone is a moderator on your channel.
No, there's not, and don't mod me nor Conspiracy Cats. I prefer to
That's
be in a
why you
depressed state our
send
entire
something
life.
in the chat, because I should not make you a mod.
Good. I'm glad you don't. And don't make
Hey, Frank
Conspiracy
being
Cats
Frank.
one either.
And
Frank.
bye, Mr. Andret.
You be stalking me too much.
Christian Ganelius said, I was barely able to watch Cats a soft toy. And I have to say, I didn't know beforehand what Cats would do with my clip I sent him. We just barely talked beforehand what I will cover and what he has to cover too. And I have to say, he made it entertaining and watchable, aside from what I did with the video. But I think it's such a great video what Kat did there, and it's nice to see myself on such a big channel.
Well, now that I got my wrench, I gotta go. That's all I was here
Bye,
for.
team.
Get
You know, I can take that wrench every time I want, just like God.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't take Conspiracy Cats wrench, I'll be perfectly fine.
I would never ever. I don't know, I just never really think about the whole wrench thing on my channel. Because it's my channel, I still cannot believe that people want to watch my videos or anything. That's...
Joe's
comment was deleted by Tyrant Mod. And it was
Why?
deleted.
What was it?
Tyrant, what?
Oh boy.
Mr. 42 to Tyrant, was it? Or
You guys are weird.
Huh?
That's why I like you
Yeah.
most
it is.
of the time, because I don't think people could handle me when they're not weird too. Because I know I'm a lot. That's why I'm so grateful for my boyfriend, because he has the patience of a god. But
You know, I'd maybe say patience of a saint, because you know God, as we've all read in the Bible, is a prick.
yeah,
you
but
know, so-
my version of a god.
Oh, well,
You know,
yeah,
everyone
that's
has their own.
That's fair. Yeah.
Mine
Teams,
are
Teams,
these.
my God, I have a shrine right over here actually, with a
Boom.
little Lego dude that's pissing on the flat Earth. Yeah,
Fuck yeah. Boom.
dude.
again.
No, you know what you need
All
to
you
do?
want,
need
all
to
you
actually
want,
do
Adam.
like
No king
a little
shaming here.
team Lego dude. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy one.
I've thought about
if you
it.
have that, huh?
I've thought about it.
Oh,
I really
dude,
have.
you-
I've looked into it to see if you can get custom made Lego characters, and the places I've found are expensive. They don't sell them in mass, you know. And
Mm.
maybe I'm sure that there's companies out there. I only looked at a few of them and was like, wow, no.
Go
Like,
on
they just wanted,
Etsy.
like,
Everything
single
is on
figurines.
Etsy. You find on Etsy taxidermy mice dancing on a pole.
Well, I need to find a taxiderm cockroach.
Probably it's there. There. Oh, sorry, baby. Ow.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of them inside of like scorpion displays in Texas. There's a lot of those in Texas.
Yeah, probably. But Etsy has everything. When I don't know if the internet can provide me with weird gifts for people, I go on Etsy.
Oh dear.
So, I had oh damn! Now he's gone. Ugh. I had a topic planned where I wanted to talk to Cliff, but I just didn't look at my thing. But I don't know how many of you in the chat know this, and it's good that Cats is also here, and of course you, team, because you have more experience in this community with idiots. I had an idea. I think, Adam, it was on yours and Mr. 42's birthday live stream. We want to create a book as a community, all together. It will be called The Fictionary, because it will be a dictionary of words and what they mean to conspiracy theorists. Like a translator that you can, he said elevation, and for conspiracy theorists it means north, something like this. With examples of who said it as a quote, like in real dictionaries, used in sentence and stuff.
Funny.
And I had the idea. What? Well, I guess my super duper chat didn't work. Oh, I'm sorry, trans girl. My phone just doesn't give me any notifications. Give me a second. Just some support for your kitten from trans girl. Thank you so much for the €5. Thank you, thank you. I absolutely appreciate it. And if my phone doesn't ring like now, please send me a DM or in the chat or anything. I don't want to be ungrateful or anything. The Fictionary. And I thought we could pick some people. I will be one, of course, because it's my great idea, to gather all of this, or we could make a Google document. Hi, Nimrod. My brain, I need to... A Google document where we can gather all of this, where we can add as a community in alphabetical order words with the meanings and as an example, in a sentence, but a real sentence from a conspiracy theorist that they used, like Nathan's "Guess go down, go boom boom," for example, and that we can gather it over, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 years, how long we want to do it, and then maybe ask Simon then. By then he must be rich, so he can do this. No, but I thought we could do this all together, and if we really manage to make it a thing, to get it as a book at some point, as a group effort, that we can use some of the proceeds, because, for example, I would buy one too. I don't want, you know what I mean? And that we can donate the proceeds, aside from what we needed to make all of this, that we can donate to a charity or something. I thought that could be a great idea.
I think it would be.
And
I'd also...
the name Fictionary is from Charlie
Welch.
Welch. Yeah, Charlie Welch. I
Clive
always
Welch or
mix
Charlie
the two names. He had the idea for the title. I don't want to get the credit. I just had the great, awesome, hilarious idea of the book.
I'd like to also... I want to do like children's stories that explain science, because then flat earthers might understand it. Like, if I can aim it at like 2 and 3-year-olds, then a flurf might just understand. If they're like an advanced flurf.
I don't think so. Just a second.
I
Yes,
think 2 or 3
Charlie,
years old is
I
probably-
was talking about you. I never would want to steal your credit, because your idea was special. And
I think
Maxwell's
2 or 3
Hammer,
years old
thank
was
you so
a lot
much.
of flirts.
I'm sorry?
At 2 and 3
Are
years
you
old
talking
is
to
too
us
advanced
from the
for flirts.
toilet, buddy?
Yeah, it is.
It's a
I
sign of
wasn't-
real
wasn't
friendship.
the
I
one on the
appreciate it.
toilet. That was my little girl. That was my little girl. I wasn't doing a Riley.
You could have been the savage of the community when you just would have said, yeah, sure.
I swear
We've
I'm
already-
not being a Riley. I'll be back in a
We've
moment,
already
my-
got someone that's peed on stream without turning their mic off.
I know.
Copper Wasp isn't here at the moment, but yeah,
But
that was...
Who did that?
to cut back
Yeah.
to the Fictionary, people, all of you, I will make a Google document where everyone who has the link will have access, where you can all submit your, I don't know, ideas, the words with the sentence and stuff, and that we, I don't know, pick 4 or 5 people, maybe more if we will need it when so many people want to do this, that we can just gather all of it. You can submit your ideas and everything, and the people we pick will sort it in alphabetical order, or people that submit it can do it maybe a little bit there, and then we could see where it's going. I mean, everyone is absolutely allowed to use the idea on their channel and say, hey guys, we're doing a thing, do everything you need. Just give credit to Charlie Welch that he had the idea to the title. Yeah.
Just so you know, Charlie Welch doesn't mind that I take credit for the whole thing.
I
Thanks,
do
Charlie.
mind. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, just wanted to say that.
Team Skeptic taking the credit for everybody's work again.
Plagiarism.
I call it research.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, taking the credit for other people's research, yeah, that's the problem.
Charlie, of course,
man.
you're welcome. Because that was me. Yeah. Um, 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 um.
Oh,
Team
That's
acts as a
brilliant.
team. Yeah, yeah.
Taking credit for something
Can I,
other people did.
can I
Damn
just say
straight.
that the turtle moves in the chat has given me an idea for the name of one of my children's books, The Nathan That Stole Science. I think that's brilliant. That is
But
brilliant.
I really think when we could
Although
prime
which
children,
Nathan?
all of them,
All of them. All
when
of
we
them.
Yeah.
could prime children as a children's book, huh? Where we talk about conspiracy theorists in a nicer, children conform way, and tell
I
them,
mean, we
yeah,
can't say the C
these
word.
are stupid, and that's why they're stupid. I actually think that the future generations could profit off of that when children learn about conspiracy theories from when they're little, that that's stupid. I actually could see that that could help.
It would teach them to
But-
defend themselves
well-
against people like Nathan Thompson who would go to their school to flat smack them.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the
speaking of
children
flat
will
smack,
know.
I want to push forth globe slapped as like our counter to that, you know? Instead of flat smacking, we globe slap. I like it.
No,
No?
no slapping. No slapping.
I'm
'cause
doing
that's,
it right now.
violence,
What
and it's not
what
condoned.
do you want to do about it?
Children are intelligent. Children are intelligent. A newborn baby is more intelligent than a Nathan Thompson. And they grow up being force-fed bullshit, and that can't be allowed.
Yeah.
prob-
But
Problem
they're
is,
intelligent
it is
until they
allowed.
leave school.
That is the problem. Just a second. Hi, Inquisitor Bacon. And thank you.
Bacon!
Bacon.
Oh,
Hey,
my
Jessy.
Inquisitor is here. Hello, Mr. Inquisitor. I don't have the chat open because my phone was overheating, so it's currently being cooled down.
But
by
your
my
name
fan
is
while I'm out having
displayed.
it.
No worries. Everyone knows
Hey,
you're the
Jessy.
Pope of Bacon. Huh?
I have to get going. I am like so fucking tired right now. I've been up since midnight and I'm hitting a brick wall. So I'm sorry
You
I have to
know
leave.
how long I stay awake for your streams?
You're so right, and I'm such a bad friend.
No, you're not. You're just a baby.
I am.
Dude,
Ask anyone.
dude,
But-
we love your nonsense that you put up on YouTube. It's great. Love it.
I like to have fun, but I just realized I still have to go meet up with Johnny to go do an in-person interview with Johnny today.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that sounds great.
I'm so tired.
Then
So tired.
go sleep and
Get a few.
Nah.
Yeah, get a power nap or something. Don't drive tired.
No. I'm not like
Get help.
I'm ready to sleep, but I'm not like passing out or anything. So I'm able to
Dude,
do
get a
that.
half a bottle of whiskey in you, and you'll be fighting fit in no time.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do fucking fight stream today because he's doing the modern day debate, and I'm supposed to go on to his channel with Brainy Beaver and some other people to have a few drinks and watch fight debate. But I
Oh.
don't know that I'm actually gonna make it. Like, I might just
I
go run
will
and
be
do-
there again because I am awake.
I'm gonna do my best, but I'm on German.
know.
time,
I'm
so
just-
I might
I'm
have to
just
be there.
joking.
Because doesn't it end up at balls o'clock in the morning?
Not everyone can be as amazing and precious as me.
Jesse, you are the most wonderful creator on
Or
YouTube.
modest?
Thank you. That's what
Jesse.
I wanted to hear.
Oh,
And I know you're
And
only
you're
saying that because
modest.
I can't block you with one click. No, I'm joking.
Jesse, you on my like chart of awesomeness, you're either just above or just below mediocre. So I
Aw.
don't, I don't want to.
Thank you. That's the
I want us
nicest
to all
thing
average out to something
anyone has
in the
said to
middle.
me. I'm
No, you're
always
awesome.
trying.
You rock. But I do really need to go. And all you guys,
boy.
Nimrod, Limey, Jesse, thank you. It was such a great time hanging out with you guys, and I really needed it. So I have a video that
Bye,
I just
team.
uploaded. I'm waiting for it to go green. If it goes green in the next 20 minutes, we'll watch it today. But if not, we'll watch it tomorrow at noon Central. So everybody in the chat, y'all have a wonderful evening. Everybody on the panel, y'all are all fucking so amazing, and I'm so blessed by the universe to have gotten to know all of you guys. So y'all take care and have a great rest of your day.
Bye, team.
Yeah, you
Have a
too,
good
team.
night.
Good seeing you, man.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Later.
Good night, man. Will do.
Isn't he the cutest? When he's not an asshole, he can be so nice. If you can hear this, I'm just joking.
When he's not on. When he's not.
I
on the
love you
screen.
also when you're an asshole.
Being
So-
an asshole isn't a bad thing for me.
Just a second. Hi, Skids Crasher. I hope I pronounced that name right, but you know it's a trend with me just mispronouncing names. Hi, Ryan. Anons. Hi, Ryan. God, I mean creator. Am I God or creator? Probably.
Jesse, you know, you trying just to speak English as a second language puts us all to shame. Considering we can't pronounce half of those words that are out there, you do much better than we do.
That is very true.
Especially German words.
man.
There is this meme going around of a store thing in Germany, and the store is Reinigungsmaschinen Leihverkauf or something like this. It's an incredibly long word. And yeah,
It's
German
one of
is hard.
it's one of the-
Ask Katz. He tries to learn German right
It's
now.
one. It's one of those German compound words. They're really difficult.
Yeah, because
I have the same trouble in Swedish because they don't do so many compound words as German, but they do some compound words, and sometimes they're just impossible to pronounce.
and I have
And,
the problem in English that I don't know when the words are separated and when the words are one, because sometimes most of the time think, okay, it's English, I just separate every word, and then I have some fuckers in the comments that correct that. And sometimes I just don't know. And no, you're not a fucker when you correct that. I think it's good when I get corrected when I use the wrong word or anything. But yeah,
You have
everything
to
is
learn
separated.
some way or another, right?
Well,
You have to learn some way or another.
Of course.
Second language, and sometimes
And-
knowing whether compound words or not exist doesn't work. And mostly in English, we don't do compounds. Just don't.
I know.
They're too
And in-
difficult.
And in German, for example, the best example is when you have the sensation, the feeling in your fingertips. In German, it's Fingerspitzengefühl. Fingertip feeling, kind of. But it's one
Feeling.
word because it is the tip of the finger, a fingertip. And so we
Yep.
use it as one word. But
Yeah.
thanks to Conspiracy Cats, I learned so much about German because, as you guys probably know, in your first language, you don't think about how the grammatical rules are or how the tense is built and why you conjugate that word in this way. You're just doing it. And when
Yeah.
Katz asks me, hey,
Yeah, no,
Jesse, wanted to ask you about this, I always sit there and Google myself because I don't know. Hi, Martin.
because sometimes because these words are just natural to people who speak the language naturally from birth because we've heard it so much. When you try to learn it as a second language, it's super difficult. I mean, I've had people at my work saying, "You speak Swedish so brilliantly. Where did you learn it?" I said, "I've learned it all just by myself from listening to people and making all of the mistakes and being corrected by others.
And
And if I wasn't
music,
corrected by others,
music helped me so much so that
Oh, yeah.
when I was in
Oh, yeah.
school and I had English test, my teacher, he didn't like me at all because my big sister was in that school in his class a few years prior, and my sister was a little bitch back then. And he just was like, "Oh, you're one of
Jessy.
them." And I was so good in English, even when we had grammar tests. He was always like this passive aggressive, petty. He was like, "Okay, Jessy, so you were good at this. What kind of tense is in A and how do you build it?" And I was sitting there like, I don't know. And he was so angry with me because his words were, "There are people here that study at home and try to learn it, and they just can't, and you're doing nothing, you're lazy, and you just can't do it, that's not fair." I was being shouted at because I was good in English. Because I just didn't know why. I just always said, yeah, it sounds right to me. Because I learned English
Yeah, but
through
that-
music.
yeah, but that's how I speak in Swedish. It sounds right to me in Swedish. That's what I've learned. That's what it sounds right. Let me tell you, Jesse, I learned German in secondary school for 6 years. My teacher was, for German, she was also the music teacher for the school. Her name was Mary Melody, right? The music teacher who teaches German, her name is Mary Melody. She taught me to speak German through singing German. And I can't sing, so I can't really speak German very much, but I can sing some German words. I used to know the entirety of Stille Nacht in German. I've forgotten it now because I don't sing it ever. But that was
When
the-
you hear it,
that
you
was the
will.
most amount.
I only
Yeah,
remember
exactly.
Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, isn't it? Is that the beginning? Yeah, that's
Stille
all I
Nacht,
remember.
Heilige Nacht, Einen Wacht, something or other.
Einsam
Yeah.
nur der bla bla bla. I can't remember too. But that's the best thing. When I was 14, I mean, it's still true today. I listened to English and American music. I was a Linkin Park girl, just so you know. And because learning English words, German meaning, English word, German word, English word, that was so boring. I just couldn't bother. And that's why I printed out lyrics of the songs I like to listen to. And I used a dictionary and I translated it word by word. And so I knew kind of what they were talking about. And every time when I was at home singing under the shower or while cleaning along with the song, I trained my vocabs. I learned the grammar and the pronunciation. And
Yep,
later
and it
on
worked
I started
brilliantly.
yeah, and I started watching movies in English. Now I only watch movies in original English because I do understand it. Why not the original audio? And yeah, my English is way better than what I learned at school. I had the situation that my teacher gave me less points for test because I used a phrase he didn't know, and he thought I was wrong. I think it was in the wake of. To be in the wake of
That-
some people, and I said no, but
That's
that's
wrong.
English, And he said,
That's
no.
totally wrong to do.
Yeah, wrong
That's
of me.
so wrong to do.
And
The Nordic countries. I'll tell you one thing, Jesse, right? The Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, they are so good at English because they do not dub their television programs. They send them out in whatever language it is. I know that I was in Germany, I was watching TV in Germany, I know you dub everything. It doesn't work. In Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, anyway, I don't know about Finland, they put them out in original language and they only subtitle them. So it could be in whatever language it was, Turkish, German, whatever, English or whatever, the only thing you get is subtitles. So you can hear what they're saying. And here in Sweden, anyway, their English is so good because of this, because they haven't been dubbing. And countries that dub over original languages, they have an awful lot worse case of trying to learn new languages because it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and the problem here in Germany is...
You need to hear people speaking it properly.
But have you heard Germans speaking English that don't know English? Like our politicians. There are memes out there. My favorite word or sentence is, we all sit in one boat and we all are under one umbrella. And that is a fear within all of the Germans, because we know the German accent in English isn't sexy like Italian or French. And we Germans, most of the people...
But Jesse, it is. I really do love the German accent.
But most
really
people
nice to hear.
Wouldn't agree necessarily. And we Germans
I
have a fear, a deep installed fear of sounding like this. That's why the first 5 or 10 videos of mine, I scripted completely. And I was so tense in front of the camera because I know my English is pretty good and it gotten better since I started YouTube. But I have this.
No, it's not. It's not pretty good, Jesse. It's excellent.
Thank you. But I always had this fear to sound like this. My first video, I think I recorded 5 or 6 times because I always thought, oh, you pronounce this word so German. And I know probably no one would bother. When I get those comments, these are from Germans that say, oh, you can tell that you're German. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I am German. That's why, probably. But we Germans have this fear of sounding like this. And we are
it's like shock horror.
So good at
shock
dubbing.
Horror. I'm from Dublin. It's like shock horror. I have a Dublin accent when I speak English. And I don't give a shit if I have my Dublin accent coming out.
But it's part of our
really
culture. We get taught
it's
that the German accent in English is weird, and that's a thing that we kind of learn in school, that you have to pronounce it because it's weird. And I think that is where it's from, kind of.
My daughter's grandmother, she lived in a town with a large harbour, so she worked in a shop near the harbour. Most of the sailors coming in spoke English because they didn't speak Swedish, and so her English is amazingly good, considering for the time that English wasn't really taught that well in school back then. And she's still even afraid to this day to speak English to me, but she does. But because her teachers told her, you have to speak absolutely everything properly. You have to get every word exactly in its right position properly, or you can't speak English at all.
God.
But that's not true, because English doesn't work like that. You can say an English sentence in pretty much any order, and any English speaker will understand it properly.
Most
well,
of the
not
time.
just that, but depending on, like, even if you're from different parts of Ireland, different parts of Scotland, different parts of England, like, wherever, like different areas pronounce words different, even, you know. So
exactly. This is
yeah.
the point. It doesn't matter exactly
know.
how you put the sentence together,
Mhm.
as
Rationally,
long as you just get
we
all
all
the words
know.
right.
Yeah.
But
We'll just assume
anxiety
that you've been
isn't
drinking.
rational. Just a second. Omar, not Nana. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Even though the stream today is a little bit chaotic, which is the charm of
That's
it,
fun.
I think. But thank you so much. I hope to see you soon again, or you stay in the chat. But the thing is,
But
with
yeah,
our
I mean,
German
I enjoy.
thing, maybe it is because German is an artificial language. The German you learn in school, even the German I learned in school, there is no person in Germany that speaks with those grammatical rules because it's made up. Because
Yeah, no, I
Germany
know that. I know.
consists of this old people, and everyone had a different language back then. And when Martin
Jessy,
Luther, just wait a second, but maybe other people don't.
Think about how many differences we have in English. We have Australian English, there's New Zealand English, there's American
I know,
English,
but it's
Canadian English.
it's different countries. In Germany, it's within our country. And when
Yeah,
Martin Luther made or translated the Bible, people sat there and said, okay, let's just agree this is German now, and everyone in this country has to learn this. And my
You still have
accent,
different pronunciations,
So-
though, don't you?
we
Like,
have, I
my
have
German
complete
teacher in
different
school.
my language, my accent or dialect.
Oh, you're
has,
Swabian, isn't
yeah,
it?
I have
Yeah.
completely different words to
Jessy,
some things.
Jessy,
In Germany, just
Yeah.
wait a second.
German.
Linguists say when you grow up in Bavaria or in Swabia with the old dialect and almost language, you kind of are bilingual from a language science point of view. Because and my accent, for example, Swabian in Germany, and I totally agree when I hear Swabians talk in TV where you normally just hear Hochdeutsch. No wonder everyone in Germany thinks that we're just farmers. It sounds so weird, and we have this bias against certain dialects, and I think there is the root of that Germans just don't like to speak other languages in fear of that we don't do it justice, kind of, I think.
Yeah, but Germany is a federation of different states. It's a federal republic. Even when Arnold, well, Germany is a federation. Now I know Schwarzenegger's Austrian, but he wanted to do the German overdub for his films, the Terminator.
Yeah.
And he was told, no, you'll sound too much like a farmer. Because
Yeah,
he had
but
an
but
Austrian
it's
accent.
but
I'm like,
as
what?
I said, that's a different country.
Yeah, we have different areas, of England where I think, well,
I
just
don't know.
between the slang words and the pronunciation, it could almost be its own language,
Really,
But
I'm
if you
sorry.
go to Cornwall or
Really
Yorkshire,
fed up.
you go to you go down Cornwall, you go to Yorkshire. There's a huge, massive difference in the
I'll be
dialect.
back.
Yeah,
I have to
definitely.
close the windows. It's starting to rain now.
Fair play.
Go ahead. Jessy.
But and in speaking as an Englishman, I only talk to Irishmen when I'm drinking, because I can't understand them otherwise. It's
Look, well, I've been all over Ireland when I was in the Irish Defence Forces. We went all over Ireland, going everywhere, and sometimes on some of the West Coast is probably some of the worst accents you can hear, and it's hard enough to understand.
That-
but you can get the gist
That
of
might
it.
be, yeah, because I was kidding just then, but there's people from Ireland and people from Scotland that I've not been able to understand. But,
Yeah.
that's not all of them. Most of them I can. But like you say, there's got to be some areas where maybe it's just such a heavy accent.
Well, I can
and
tell you
then-
once I had my Swedish, the mother of my daughter. We were in Ireland once. We went over to the West Coast. We went into a shop,
Mhm.
and there was a farmer there. And you could tell he was a farmer because he was dressed all in farm. So there was a tractor. I knew he was a farmer, and he's talking to the girl behind the counter. And I was listening to them. They were talking English, even though we were in one of the Irish areas of Ireland, the Gaeltacht.
Yeah.
And when I left the shop, my ex said to me, "Was he talking Irish?" No, he was talking English. Are you sure about that? Yeah, because I could what they were saying. He was talking English to her.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it sounded, if you weren't sure, it sounded just like he was talking Irish.
Mm.
But I could understand it because I don't understand Irish, a word of it, really, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I think we have that. Like you say, especially Yorkshire. If you meet a farmer from up Yorkshire way, they can be a little interesting to try and understand sometimes. Because sometimes they lose. They'll just not even use old words and chop stuff down, and yeah. It's,
It was
they'll
raining
use-
for
they-
quite a
they'll-
bit.
Oh, how nice, Jesse. It's not been raining here today, but it should. I really
Yeah, but
thunderstorms
the
because
rain
it's bad air
has
that's around.
made
Yeah,
its
no,
way
we didn't
into
get
my
quite well then.
bathroom floor.
Ah. Yeah.
We live under the roof, as you can see, and the windows were open, so
How are the
Oops.
kitty cats getting on?
what did you say? I just didn't catch that.
How are the kitty cats?
They're great at the moment. They're jumping around. They were sleeping the whole day.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, they're good.
It's always fun with kittens. I miss my little cat being a kitten, but she's 10 years old now, and she's starting to be an old lady.
Oh.
It's a remarkable difference. She can't do the jumps she used to be able to do. Because I'm 100 and let's see, I'm 6'1", so that's I think 183, 184 centimeters. I used to be able to hold my hand up just under shoulder height, and she'd jump and get the treat. She can't jump that high anymore,
Wow.
poor girl.
I try to teach
But
my
she's still a-
kittens some tricks. Xena is very fast with it. You show her 3-4 times and she got it. She's very food motivated. But Cassiopeia
Yep.
isn't the smartest. and she's kind of scared. It's weird to describe because Xena is always a little bit scared when, for example, new people are in or something. She's always in alert mode. Cassiopeia, you always think she just doesn't know what danger is. She will go butt first anywhere. And we call it Tentoo. It's I don't know how to translate it, but she's just not the brightest, kind of. She needs a little longer.
She wants to use up all her 9 lives. Oh, cats are very silly. Their personalities are just so like humans. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
People who say they don't like cats, it just I don't understand it. 'Cause
They don't
cats
understand
have
cats, I
personalities like
think.
humans.
Ow,
I think
ow!
it depends
Ouch!
on the cat, because I've owned a lot of cats that, maybe they were like human royalty because they thought that I was a piece of shit, along with my the rest of my family. Like we were basically just there to pet and feed them, So
Just,
yeah, some cats
Yeah.
arseholes. Some cats
Skids
do.
Crasher,
That's pretty standard for cats.
what do you mean I brag? You haven't seen rain in too darn long? Where do you live? That sounds interesting. Because half of the summer now it was raining. And
Yeah,
I have
most of our
so
summer's been
much
rain.
pain when it's raining. And summer is anyway not good for my pain because I get pain when the weather is changing, and I get much pain when it's over 26, 27 degrees C. Summer is not my time of year. At least not
Mine
without
neither. That's why
AC and stuff.
I moved to Sweden. I moved to Sweden so I could have cold, and I've had a summer here. That's, 30, 40 degrees here during the summer, and then you can get down to minus 30, 40 degrees in the winter. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's great,
that's
though.
also
You
not
get
good.
snow. I love the snow.
And
Yeah.
in Northern
Love snow.
California, what is 108? It's over 33, I think, what I can remember. Wow,
Yeah, it's up
that's
there, isn't it?
hot. I would die. And also, Frank
I
being Frank,
guess,
cats are not divas. Cats know what they want. And the problem is, many people use their understanding of dogs to try to understand cats. And I don't know if you know this,
Yes,
but they're
yes.
very different animals. And I
Yes.
had, because I am such a nerd, when my boyfriend said, hey, okay, let's get kitties, I was like, yeah, my whole manipulation tactics the last 3 years worked out. Because I always, when I'm on the internet, say, oh, look, that cute cat. I wish I could have one. And it worked out in the end. And I just couldn't wait. And when I get to have pets or anything else, I want to do everything perfectly. I'm so anxious to fuck anything up. And that's why I binge watched The Kitten Lady. I binge watched Jackson Galaxy, the guy from My Cat from Hell and stuff, to learn as much as I can about cat behavior, what is good to do, what is not good to do. I read studies about which cat food might be best. I read test results from the cat food companies where they tested for certain additives and stuff. I did my homework. And that's how I knew why many cats are what people would call assholes, because it's most of the time the cats that just people pet without asking if they want to. Because dogs, they most of the time they go, oh yes, give me everything. But cats, sometimes they don't want to. That's why you put your hand in front of them, and when they don't come and rub their faces against them, that's maybe a sign that they don't want to get pet. Xena was in the beginning,
Yep.
she never wanted to get pets, and we didn't do it except when she did let us. We played, for example, with her all the time until she was so fucking tired before we started to comb her her fur and cut a little bit of the nails, because I wanted to train them that they don't freak out when they're older. And now she comes to get pets and cuddles and everything, but most of the time it's just important to let cats make the decision if they want to. And ow, I'm just praising you and you're scratching me. Yeah. And
Wow.
I learned so much that I didn't know when I was little, when we had a cat.
Well, I mean, considering cats are very, very much like us humans. They
Yeah.
have their own complete, full-on personalities. Dogs, can, but don't usually have that sort of thing. If you see it, an Alsatian, you know what personality that dog has. If you see a terrier, you know what personality it has. You see a cat, you can't tell what personality that is until it either wants to be petted or doesn't want to be petted. If it doesn't want to be, it will not go near you. And people use that to say, oh, cats are evil. Cats aren't evil. Cats are just like human beings.
They have boundaries.
I can't tell from looking at LimeyPlay or from Jessy whether or not they're nice people or not. I have to talk to them. I have to interact with them and see whether or not they are nice or not. And yes, Limey is a nice guy.
See, I try
Jessy's a
really
nice
hard
girl.
to look like an arsehole as well. Damn it.
But when you interact with people on YouTube that are of the same sort of personality type as you, you're not really an asshole.
This is true.
But when
this
you
is
get
true.
other people who are when you get other people who don't have the same personality as you and don't believe in the same things as you, they're technically the assholes, even though they just believe in slightly different things to you. And this is how people get it wrong.
Yeah, I
with
mean, it
cats.
depends what their belief is. Like, you know, if you're a flat earther, yeah, you're an arsehole. End of. You know? But
But we were
Well-
talking about cats, not flat earthers.
Yeah, but yeah.
oh yeah,
But
you know, if you're a cat, it's
but-
just up and down,
the-
isn't it? I got
the-
to
the-
shoot though, guys.
the same personality traits apply anyway, and the same way of dealing with how you understand somebody else's interaction with you applies no matter what. I mean,
They
turfs
are awesome. I wish I could have. So we had 5 cats when I was growing up. It's like my mum, my brother, my sister, and I each had our own cat, and there was like a spare one, I guess, in case we accidentally broke one or something.
Yes,
but my
Frank.
cat, Charlotte, was awesome because, you know, she'd meow to let you know if she wanted to go outside. That's fine, right? But she would get up on her back legs and knock on the door using the letterbox, like the little mail slip. She just to come back in. She's the only cat that would do that, and I fucking loved her. I thought it was well cool. She was smart. But yeah, I got to shoot. Pope Nimrod of Bacon is always a pleasure, and Jessy, thank you so much for having me.
Always.
Congrats on the 1K.
Thank you so
And
much.
and yeah, what proper drink a week from today then, is it?
Yep.
All right, I'll make sure I'm well rested.
I hope so.
Limey, it was a true pleasure to be finally able to talk to you.
I know, it's just because you don't know how to use StreamYard properly. Clearly.
It hasn't worked for me before, but it worked tonight. All thanks
Yeah,
to Jessy.
maybe I need to get Streamlab and integrate some things. I don't know. I'll try it out at
I
some
don't
point.
know.
And
what's gone,
just
but however,
a
that's how
little
life is.
chat interaction. Hi, Schiedler. I still don't know how to pronounce your name. I think I saw you prior, but
Shitsklicker?
what?
Is it Shitsklicker? Is that the one who you're talking to?
I,
Oh, Miss Shedler.
yeah. And
Yeah,
hi,
I wouldn't know.
Dustin DeWint.
M. Shedler, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Schiedler. I just pronounce it in German.
Or Ms. Shedler.
And hi, Dustin
Sorry,
DeWint.
but
Thank you.
But did Jessy really just say Hitler?
What? What did I say?
I'm sorry, but I thought I heard you say I'd Hitler.
I
Oh,
didn't.
sorry.
And
No, you didn't. But I heard it. I heard that word being pronounced.
thank you, Adam, for sticking by for the support on the stream. And next week we're getting drunk.
All right, sweet. I plan to get so drunk I get banned from every channel. No, I'm just kidding.
No, You can
Oh,
do
no,
this
I'm
on
kidding,
your
I'm kidding.
channel.
Fair play, fair play. I'm going to show myself on the way out. And yeah, it's always a pleasure. Say hi to Mike. And
Will
yeah.
do.
Catch you both later.
Awesome. Bye.
Good night, Limey.
If I can find my mouse pointer. It was all the way over here on the other screen. Cheers.
Bye. So we can do this.
Oh.
And just if the connection stops working, because sometimes the Wi-Fi and everything, I don't know why, but the internet sometimes gets down when it's German brain, give me a second. When there's chat, how is Unwetter or the Gewitter called in English? My German brain is working, but the English one isn't. Hello? Thunder. Yeah, thunderstorm.
Yes, hello.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thunder.
It's heavy outside. It's so loud.
Oh, is it AC/DC time for you?
Oh, yeah, it is. Hi.
Excellent.
You good?
Oh, look, there's a kitty on the stream. I just went and got my iPad because now it's charged, and now I can see there's kittens.
Yeah, there are
Hello,
two.
I can see one of them anyway. Oh, I can.
No.
think I
She
just
tired.
see the one
She
underneath
tries
your
to
arm.
eat my headphone cable. Stop that.
Oh, of course.
So.
Oh, of course. Happy cables.
Oh yeah.
I just when you said Schittler earlier on, Jesse, I had a couple of passengers who flew last night through my airport. Their last name was Himmler.
Mhm. Stop
I
complaining, Mr.
pointed out to some of
42.
the
Sorry.
Mr. 42 can go on. Mr. 42 doesn't know what he's talking about. I had a couple of passengers last night who were flying to, I don't remember where they were flying to, but their last name was Himmler. And when I pointed it out to some of the younger people who were working with me, they were like, "Oh, Himmler, like Himmler." I was like, no, haven't you heard of World War II and Heinrich Himmler? And they were like, "Who's Heinrich Himmler?" I'm like, oh my god, you do not know who Himmler was.
That's nothing that can happen in Germany, because World War II is part of our educational system, and
It's part of everybody's educational system,
no.
Jesse. It is.
there's
It
so
is, because in Ireland
many.
and Sweden.
Yeah, but there are many countries it's not. I think it's good, especially in Germany, that we know what happened to prevent something like this again. But it's
but I
not
mean,
everyone that knows about this, I have to say.
There's even a documentary on Netflix about killing Hitler.
Sure, but there are many
And
people that
don't
just
know about it.
don't bother, or
Ignore
they
it.
don't want to watch
Yeah.
World War II.
Oh, I know. I had to explain it to 4 people yesterday evening, and I was like, how do you not know who Himmler was? I mean, come on. It's one of the worst names after Schittler.
Yeah. Hello? Oh, here. Hello?
Hello.
You're ready?
Hello?
You're finished complaining now? I'm just joking. And Sarah is apparently finished screaming at the chat in all caps.
Yeah, I think Frank being Frank is also very much has destroyed his face because he forgot his face band protection.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Unfortunately. Oh, Herr 42.
How are you
Guten Abend.
doing? What up?
Guten Abend.
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. And congrats on the 1K.
Thank you so much. I
Oh,
still can't believe it.
Yes,
It's
Jesse,
so weird. Because I didn't.
I totally forgot. Congratulations.
No, you didn't. You sent me a message, I think.
I
And
did
even
not.
so, doesn't matter. It's just cool. In that case, it's
cool
thanks
that,
to cats.
see somebody.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing somebody like you who is a really cool creator doing nice things on the internet and getting followed by so many people.
Thank you. It's really great. And just
Congratulations.
Sarah, I didn't want to expose you or anything. I hope you know. I scream all the time because I forget caps lock. Yeah, the 1K, I still don't know how and why. I did see after Katz's and my video went up that more people subscribed, and I got comments, hey, I'm here because of Katz, like your stuff, and that's great. And then I was scrolling a few hours later on YouTube and saw Irish Demon making a community post congratulating J.R. Warren to 1K. And I was like, let's check where you are. And I checked, and there was the 1K. And I was like, well, what just happened? Because I was
Well,
at,
now,
I think,
Jessy,
916 or something. Stop. Yeah.
Jessy, you have a much cooler Irishman talking to you right now than Irish Demon. My name is so much more famous than his in Ireland. My real name, that is.
Mm.
He's nothing. He's just a bogger country guy from Cork, a redneck from the Langer counties.
People always
He's
think I am
bad.
Irish.
You're Irish?
No, but people think
When?
that. Because I am
I don't know
paper
how.
white and I can speak English. Friends of my boyfriend said, oh yeah, because you have Irish family. And I was like, what? They just assumed because I make videos in English and I can English that good. They just assumed, oh, probably Irish, because I never get a tan. That's my summer tan.
Well, let's say if we ever meet Jessy, I'm going to be more see-through than you. I'll promise you that.
You what? I didn't catch the first part.
I'm more see-through than you are.
Possible,
If
but
we ever-
not very likely.
Well, at the moment, I really can't see him, so he might be right.
Yeah. Picture
Exactly.
it didn't happen.
That's why my camera's off. My camera has difficulty picking me up. That's why StreamYard doesn't work, because it can't see me properly. I can only use my voice.
You mean like this?
And currently,
Invisible cola.
currently, my phone is being cooled down by my fan in my living room, so it doesn't overheat.
Mr. P?
StreamYard is taking up so much power.
Mr. P, just look at the channel name. That's mine. I can brag as long as I want.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
M.
sorry,
Schidler, cats coming towards you with tails straight up in the air are showing you they want to be friendly. Yes, and that they feel very comfortable. That's
Yeah.
what they do most of the time. It's incredibly cute when kittens have the tail straight up, the tip a little bit bent, and they don't walk like normal kittens when they do this, or normal cats. They jump with their little butts a little bit from side to
Well,
side. It's so
I'm happy
cute.
this cannot be taken out of context.
What did I just say? You know, I can remove
I'm just
both of
laughing.
you.
Sorry, I'm laughing at your mind games and what he said about me.
And vampires are not bad. They just drink blood from other people because they need the vitamin D, because they cannot go in the sun themselves. They just want to be
And
healthy.
that's Irish people. That's everybody in Ireland in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh dog. Oh dog. Oh dog. Oh dog.
Dog.
Dog?
Well, I don't believe in God, so I have to say oh dog instead.
Oh. Sarah,
I believe,
I know.
I
I
believe
know
dogs
that
exist.
I learned this from Jackson Galaxy in my binge watching session the 3 weeks before we got them. And I sometimes do this when they look at me, and I always freak out when they slow blink back at me. It's so cute.
Oh,
Xena does that
Slow
sometimes.
Slow-
She slow blinks back at me, and then she stands up and wants to cuddle, and that's the cutest thing ever.
yeah. Me and my daughter, we slow blink at each other as well.
You know, you can just say "I love you" or "I like you."
You're such a weird guy.
My daughter and me and my cat, we're all just pretty much cats because we
Makes sense.
basically do the same behavior.
Makes
Did
sense
you
to
say
me.
I'm a Mexican? I'm not a Mexican.
Huh?
She said makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense. Sorry, I thought she said I'm a Mexican.
Because that makes so much sense when you were talking about cats and that you are all basically cats. I would say Mexican.
Yep, I'm a Mexican cat. No problem. I'll be a Mexican catty, Jesse. No problem at all.
Oh shit, I almost closed all my windows. Ah, there you are.
Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!
I didn't do it, I
Nimrod
just
can't take-
almost did it. Where
Well,
there is it?
Almost. Remember, Nimrod can't take.
Yeah. But the cutest thing is,
No.
Cassiopeia has this weird thing. She doesn't turn around when something is behind her. She always just looks back like this. She goes completely that way. And she did it at the vet, and they asked me what she was doing, and I said, I don't know, that's how she looks, what happens behind her. And they looked at me like, what? And I was like, yeah, Xena started doing this too, because why not? Cassiopeia is, in my opinion, she shouldn't be a cat, she should be a human baby. Because she loves, when I have her in my arm like this, she's on her back, she loves it. When someone has her on her arm, on their arm, she, again, at the vet, she was at the vet's arm, and she always does this so she can fall on her back in your arm. But she was sitting like this and almost fell down because she has, as I said, she's not the brightest. She just trusts that you will catch her. She just goes doof, and
She
throws
just
herself.
flops.
Yeah, it's cute. But now I have to warn other people because she almost fell on the floor. Something's wrong with you, baby.
Like I said, cats have their own personalities, and they're all just as messed up as human beings are. I mean, just as messed up as all of us on this stream. I mean,
Absolutely. And Sarah,
can't disagree
you
with that.
didn't waste anyone's time because either there are maybe people who didn't know that the slow blink is the cat I love you, and even if everyone knew, it's incredibly cute, and I want to talk about it because I'm a cat lady now.
Isn't it just the cutest thing when they do that slow blink to you? Because I mean, my Zuki, and I'm lying down. If I'm lying down in bed, she'll hop up on my belly, and she'll start to do the stomps, and she gets so
The
lost
knitting.
in her stomps.
Where
She gets so lost.
Yeah.
Just looking at her eyes, she's totally gone to another universe.
They only do
Just
this
doing
on
these
my
stomps.
bathroom carpet because it has these
Oh.
kind of things, I don't know how it's called, and it's basically the same size as the nipple of a cat mom. And they sometimes together they go into the bathroom, lay down, and start
Oh,
sucking on those
so the-
things. It's so cute and
yeah,
weird, but
they're
cute.
nursing. They're trying to
I know.
nurse on it, and
I
this is
know.
the whole thing. This is the whole thing with the
So
stumps.
cute.
It's trying to get more milk from the mother. My cat will only come and do the stomps on my belly,
That's so cute.
and I can only figure out that my cat thinks that I'm her mother, and she's trying to get milk from me somehow. That's not going to work.
I
She
read a
won't do the
paper.
stomps anywhere else.
Yeah, and I read a paper on this where they observed cats that live with humans and feral cats,
Mhm.
and no feral cat does this netting. No one.
Nope.
It's only things that cats do when they're grown up with humans. So they figured it is a kind of confirmation that they're at home and that they like you. It's just kind of a thing they do instead of, I don't know, petting you.
They're confirming that they are super comfortable with you. They believe that you are their mother cat or their parent cat, and that they are super comfortable with you.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, then we hide under couches and this, that, and the other. It's only behavior that is that cats do with humans so that they can get more food from us and more loving from us, and again, more food and treats.
I
It's
think
all
they
about
know
food
that
and
the
treats.
bathroom
Yeah.
carpet won't get them food. They just do it because they like it. They net
Yeah,
also
they-
when they are with us, but they I don't know. It's just cute. Why cats do this?
Yeah.
It's just cute. I don't know.
It-
They
it's a-
have
it's-
so many.
It's a hang-up behavior from when they're kittens
Yeah,
with
I
the
know.
mother cat. It's like the hang-up behavior we have when we're trying to fall asleep, and we sort of half dream of falling out of a tree. Have you ever had that falling sensation when you're trying to fall asleep? It's sort of that same hang-up that the kittens have, which is why they do this stomping and nursing mode on different things.
And it's just the cutest. I really.
It is just the cutest thing in the world, but it hurts my stomach so much. My cat wants to do it for hours.
Oh. They
I
don't
know,
do
I
it
know.
as much. I think some of the tics, I don't know, that some cats have, they don't have because they always were together. I think some of those things that other cats do, especially on their humans, it's most of the time cats when they grew up alone. I mean, alone as without another cat. That's at
Yeah,
least.
there's several. There's several reasons if you want to believe different people who try to use psychology on cats, but you can't ever believe anything to 100%.
I mean, you
Just the
can
pure fact that
use
your cat.
psychology. You just can't use human psychology.
Well, this is what I'm meaning, but when I'm talking about the psychology that's being used, I'm talking about the cat psychology that's being used. You can't ever use that to 100% because cats are so different. You can't say that, well, this cat is doing it because of this, so all cats do that because of this. But
you
that's not
can
true.
say
All
when
cats are
all
very, very
cats
different.
do it, for example, only when they grew up with humans, you can assume it has something to do with humans. all cats do it when you pet them and you give them food when they feel good. So you can assume that they do it because that's basically what that is. I mean, it's like the human psychology. We can learn about humans, we can talk with humans, and we still don't know everything about the human psychology. But with cats, there are certain patterns you see within 90% of cats. Of course, every rule has one that just doesn't conform to it, of course, but
Yeah,
it's
that's the one I
always
have at home.
the majority of
just
cats do this, like with
just
humans.
like humans.
Yeah, that's
Like my cat. My cat doesn't act like any of the cats I've ever had in my life. And the pure fact that cats meow at humans, that pure fact, cats meow at humans because humans know that they should react to a cat meowing, and they've learned that if a cat,
Thank you, BBC.
the cat has learned that if they meow at a human, they will get nice treatment from that human.
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly.
She's so cute.
And it's not even a cat.
Thank you,
And my cat
BBC.
meows a lot.
And no, I won't do a 10-hour stream. And
Oh,
thank
glad.
you, King Crew. I think
By the
in
way,
30 minutes I will shut things down.
from everything that you just said, my cat is in that 10%, but I think it's even 1%. My cat hates everyone and everything and doesn't do that little thingy with her.
She's
doesn't
Russian.
meow only when she needs food, then she meows. That's it.
But that's
hates
what
me
most
and
cats do.
everything.
But
Yeah.
cats, all cats have such different personalities. Not all cats meow,
Sure.
and you can't expect a cat to do that.
True.
And I don't expect cats to do that, but most of the cats I've ever had interactions with, and I used to deliver newspapers in the middle of the night. I met so many cats out in the street, and they all come up to me, they meow, and they rub off me and do everything, and they follow me around because I just rub them and, you know, treat them nicely. And they were always there every night at the same time when I was to be there delivering newspapers. And if I was late, they weren't there. Cats know things, and it's wonderful. Cats
Absolutely.
are so intelligent.
Like dogs. The cool thing about
And-
cats is
and-
those intelligent tests with the scientists. Cats just refuse to take part in it. They're not.
Yeah.
Dogs are very
Yeah.
food motivated and to kind of please the human, and cats are just like, when I don't want to, I don't want to.
Baby 21.
Thank you. It's me, Mario, and welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, Mario.
And
Oh,
to
hello,
you,
Mario.
an additional thank you so much, because I don't know if you know by now, but I was with Cassiopeia at a specialist, and she has now the official diagnosis, pectus excavatum, and she has to get her surgery next week. And without you, I wouldn't have known what it is, and I would have trusted the vets here in my city that said, oh, we check in 6 months, and thanks to you, I know what it is. I knew I had to go to another vet, and she gets her surgery. So thank you so much.
Jessy, I'm so happy you went and checked out Kitten Lady's things and got Cassiopeia sorted out. Because
I'm so happy she
it
responded
needed
to
to be-
me.
Well, it was when you had talked about it, I recognized it directly from Kitten Lady, because she's had 2 kittens with
Yeah.
the same problem.
Yeah.
And I just was
But
like,
in the beginning, I didn't
check that
think
out.
about it because I didn't know what it is. I just saw, oh, there's a dent in her chest. And I didn't know if that's something serious in cats, because I know in humans it is serious, but since humans have a bigger torso, when there's a dent in the sternum, it's not as bad most of the time. And yeah, I googled it, and as you said, you sent me the link, and I was like, true. I watched the video in my binge watching session from the kitten lady, and yeah, without you, all of you, I first of all wouldn't be able to give her the surgery. But okay, I would be able anyway. The first thing my boyfriend and I said, whatever it costs, this kitten will get everything she needs to be as healthy as possible. And but I really appreciate all your guys' help, because as you know, I don't have work at the moment. I'm still not able to. It's really hard to get, I don't know, 2,000 euros for surgery together, because we have an insurance for her. Because when I learned from Mario what it is, I thought about, okay, let's get a insurance for her, because when she gets a diagnosis, we have no chance getting in anywhere. But they have a little but in it where it says when it is a congenital issue, when your pet is born with any health issue, it excludes you automatically from the insurance. So
Oh shit.
yeah, that's why the last week I'm just trying to figure out things. And because the vet is, as I said, he's amazing. He explained to me everything. And on Monday we have a phone call with him. He said I should write down all the questions I could possibly have, so we can talk about them before everything. And yeah, I'm very lucky I found someone who is not just willing to help her, but also knows about this, because the other vets either didn't know about it or just didn't want to perform a surgery on a kitten, even though it's necessary to do when they're as young as possible. It's hard.
Well, I think I remember that Jessy even said that she had problems with finding vets to do that surgery on those kittens with that particular problem. And you know, but I mean, Hannah Shaw, I mean, I think it was her birthday today or yesterday, because I've seen an awful lot of happy birthday things to her on Facebook and Instagram today.
Possible.
She's just amazing when it comes. It's just amazing the things that she does with the animals she takes care of. It's not just kittens she takes care of, but it's just, you know, when I seen that you were describing with Cassiopeia what was wrong with her, it just, the first thing I thought about was, have you seen Kitten Lady's videos of this and the two kittens that she has very quickly shown to have that problem, and that she has successfully taken care of without any problems at all, and had them so cutely dressed up in those socks.
Yeah,
I mean, the cutest things were.
And I did
socks,
that too.
the
I
socks that
bought
she had them wearing.
Iron Man socks and made t-shirts so she can get one. But the problem is that surgery is incredibly risky. And that vet, he explained to me exactly where the different risks are. And since it is a big surgery, the surgery will, I think, take 2 hours. And for those little kitties, they do not have the kind of a buffering system of their heart to slow down the metabolism and to push it back up after. And he explained to me everything, but he said it is necessary so she has a chance to get as old as any other cat, and so it's clear to do. And there is just no question. That's what my boyfriend and I were saying when he went to me and said, okay, let's get cats. I told him, but we're not going to get cats. That if there is something that we don't provide, that when they're sick, they get everything. And he said, yes, of course. Doesn't matter. They are part of our family. And because we wouldn't have done it in any other way. But there are people who would say, it's just a cat, I just get another one, which I absolutely cannot understand. But on this side, I try to think I'm glad that we got her, because maybe another person wouldn't have gone to another vet or wouldn't have committed to it, because it is a lot of money, it is a lot of stress. But for me, there's just no question. And that's why I think it's great.
It doesn't matter what animal they are part of the family, right?
And you
That's
take
the most important
responsibility when you say, I want to get a pet, regardless of what pet. You have responsibility to provide for them the best life they can have. And when they get sick, you have the responsibility to give them everything they need. Like when you have a child. It is child abuse when your kid is sick and you don't get him to a doctor. And it should be the same.
I was just going to say the same thing. If you had a child with the same problem, what would you do?
Absolutely. That is why what I wanted to say, it is for us no difference. And Sarah, thank you so much. Yeah, we have a great one. Thank you. And Shane Sommer, thank you. Mm-hmm.
If the same thing had have happened to my cat, if anything happened to my cat tomorrow, it wouldn't be of any question whether I would save her or not. I would do my very, very best to 100% to give her the very best of care.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow, if anything happened to her, because she's my family, and that's it. It's family.
Absolutely.
Same as anybody who has a dog. If they had a dog, anybody who loves dogs more than loves cats, people who hate cats and just love dogs, if their dog got sick tomorrow, what would they do? They take them to the vet immediately and make sure they got better. Cats are
Mr.
no
42,
different to that
that
sort
cat
of problem.
is. Have you seen Mr. 42's cat? She is so beautiful. She has such an amazing face and fur, and she's beautiful. And Mario,
holographic at the
thank
moment.
you so much.
And non-visible on stream that I have, because it's just shorting out on all of the available things, but I'm sure it's a pretty cat.
She's
'Cause
beautiful.
all cats are beautiful. I mean, come on, all cats are beautiful in the end of the day. There's no cat I've ever hated. There's no animal I've ever hated, apart from pigeons, because they shit all over my car.
And
That's about it.
spiders.
I don't mind spiders. I just don't want them on me. I'll put them in
I
a
do
glass,
mind
I'll really
them.
go outside.
I am all for saving animals, but the extinction of spiders, I would support.
Oh, don't bring that
Well,
up.
it wouldn't.
That's a joke.
It wouldn't
That's a
bother
joke. I know they have their purpose in the environment. I know. Just joking.
I don't want spiders on me.
I just don't want spiders. Point blank.
I don't like seeing spiders. I always put them in a glass and put them outside as quickly as possible.
I
Because
don't,
spiders are just
because
creepy.
I cannot touch them. I cannot be connected through an object with them. And I'm sorry, they know the way in. That's how they came in the first time. So when I put them out, they just go back. But I different topic.
Stop.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's not talk about spindles. Spindle. spindle, spindle up in the corner. No, thank you. I don't like you at all. Go away.
So,
Actually, Jessy,
yeah?
what is the German for spider?
Spinne.
Spinner.
Spindle.
Spinne.
Ah, it's the same in Swedish. Spindle.
No! Spinne.
Well, in Swedish it's spindle.
We don't care.
Yeah! You were
I got-
asking
I got-
about German and only understand.
And it's very,
Swedish.
very similar. I'm sure the Danish call it Svingel. Or whatever, shelob. Let's just say I don't like shelobs either.
Yeah, different topic. And asking me what the topic, or what the word in German is for the topic is not changing the topic.
Frank being Frank, to hell with arachnids, I totally agree.
Topic change.
Justin de Vint, spin in Dutch.
And then I said, I know that in Dutch.
And then I just mute him.
Yeah.
Block
I
Mr.
have the
42.
power and I will use it, Nimrod.
Are you going to block me? It's not my fault. It's the people in the chat.
No, you
And
can
Princess
just shut up.
Spindle in English is a
Hey,
part of
yeah.
the car suspension. No, I talk about cars now.
Okay.
Hey,
Cars.
Jasper
Cars
E,
good.
Love that Swedish
Lightning
already.
McQueen.
Leave the spindle alive.
Shut up. Inquisitor Bacon, congrats
What?
again on the 1K subs, but I'm gonna head out. There's an event someone's hosting in Martunda next week for
War Thunder.
War Thunder.
War
Ah,
Thunder.
War Thunder. I was at a different language. I don't know why,
Yes.
but I thought it was Dutch. But that's okay.
Well, it sounds like you're
Okay.
trying to say
Thank
some
you,
German.
Inquisitor Bacon. There's also the German word.
Hey,
I put
my-
it in the chat. When you write
Bacon
this
Inquisitor.
in small, what are they called? Not caps. And what are they called? The letters when they're not in caps. You know, that word. Every German would say it's brethering. And you ask what is brethering, they say, I don't know, something English. But it's brathering.
Okay, mister. Okay, it's pure mind games. I could learn a thing or two from Slurps and console fanboys? Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Lowercase, thank
That's
you.
a
And
great
pure
compliment.
mind games, that was a moment. Die Mauser.
Lowercase.
Or in German, the with the genders we have male, female, and now to conform to the rest, kind of, it's divers, and it's the same like diverse.
Ich habe keine Spider.
Mute him.
Sarah, I meant lowercase. Again, my German brain was in, because in German we say Großbuchstaben and Kleinbuchstaben. Big letters and small letters. That's where my most of
Taking
my
it on being
weird
able. Small
sentences.
letters.
Shut up! Most of my weird sentences or words are that I just translate German. Uncaps.
Yeah.
Yes, Demon Orb. I just use uncaps.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesse, but after 8 cans of 7% cider, I'm just in a weird mood.
No worries. I just mute you when you don't stop talking about that, or I just kick you off.
Well, I'm Irish. I'm constantly drunk. It's just my natural behavior to make fun of myself and everybody else. That's me.
Yeah, but in your case, you're
I
just as
only
silly
make-
when you're not drunk.
Yeah, if you are used
What's
to it,
not-
you should be basically not drunk because you're used to it. But
When I'm
okay.
when am I not drunk, Mr. Svajan Fertzig?
Maybe when you just woke up?
I'm usually drunk then too. Yes.
Pure mind games. That is the problem with my brain. I know those things, but I can't remember. But I have the same thing with German. When my boyfriend comes home later, I have sometimes problems finding German words. At times it is so bad that I use Google Translate from English to German because I just forgot that I'm German.
Can
I
I
forgot
just
how
ask?
to German.
What? What was
Can I just ask? Can I just ask the two German people here on the chat?
There's only one.
What country invented the printing press?
I don't know. Is it
Was it a German?
Martin Luther?
It was Martin Luther, and he invented a printing press. I think it was Martin Luther. I forget
Yeah.
his name. He invented the printing press,
No.
and
For the
the
Bible.
he had his uppercase letters in the uppercase, which were all capitals, and he had his lowercase letters, which weren't capitals, in the lowercase, which is why we call them
Oh.
uppercase and lowercase. Is
Yeah,
this
that
not
part
the
is
truth?
true. That part is true, but it was invented by goldsmith Johannes Gutenberg.
Oh, Gutenberg. That's the name that I wanted to get to. Because it wasn't Luther,
Possible.
because he was the idiot who wanted to protest against the church. Oh, no, he was the smart man who protested against the church. Sorry, I got that wrong.
But as you guys
I sometimes
probably
get
know,
some things wrong.
German is a very descriptive language. We have, for example, snail, Schnecke, and slug is Nacktschnecke, naked snail, because it's
Yep.
naked. And we have the
It's
vacuum
a slug
cleaner.
without a shell on it.
Yeah, and the vacuum cleaner.
Sorry, I just need to address Frank. He was saying that it came from the US. No, printing presses and printing and the capital letters and cliches and stereotypes did not come from the US.
Frank, it was even invented before the US was discovered.
Exactly, Frank.
And long before the US was US.
That is
Long
well, yeah.
before the US.
But was not even discovered, that whole continent.
Yes, it was. The first ones were the Vikings.
Yeah,
They were
you know
long before. But
Yeah, but it was not known in our world. This part of the, where all the important things happen.
Exactly.
oh, Mario.
Exactly.
I never ate snails, but I actually never want to try it. I know there are delicacies in many countries, but I don't know. I just see the
No,
snails
they
in
are
the
not. They are not a
Nimrod,
delicacy.
when
They are.
people are talking, you don't start talking.
Snails taste like shit. Why would you eat them? I'm agreeing with you, Jesse. Snails should not be eaten. They're not a delicacy.
Apparently they are, but not for us.
Only the French eat them, and the French are silly.
I don't know. I just don't want to eat it. It's nothing that I would say, that might taste good. But
Oh, yummy! Let's eat a snail. Yummy, yummy. No, thank you. I would rather eat what my cat leaves behind in her toilet.
What's wrong with you?
I'll shut up now if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay.
At least about the subject.
Not talking anymore.
Schädler, Deutschland. I love when people use the word Deutschland and not Germany. Brought the world many inventions and great machines and whatnot. The theory of relativity. Swabian. Albert Einstein was Swabian.
Ulm.
Deutschland, Deutschland, überall.
Can you please shut the fuck up with shit like this? Really, that's not a cool thing to sing that can get my channel terminated because that part of the German hymn is banned in Germany. Not cool.
Deutschland has made so many amazing things like cars, theory of relativity, and so much more things which I can't remember right now. Germany is one of the coolest countries in the world. I love it 100%.
Yeah, but I just ask you to not sing the banned verse of the German hymn.
Is that really banned in Germany? I didn't realize it was banned in Germany.
Yeah, there was a time in Germany when that part was used, and they don't want to be associated
Well,
with it.
then,
anymore.
And since my channel is
I-
from Germany, that can get my channel terminated. So
well,
please,
then I apologize to 1,000% for that particular part, but I still love Germany.
I never tried to debate that. Pure Mind Games, I use Germany because I can't spell Deutschland. Understandable.
I can't spell Deutschland either.
There's more you can do
Miss-
today.
Mr. 42, what are you talking about?
Well, like shutting up when Jessy is talking.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Jessy.
Sarah, if I had a daughter, I want to name her Mercedes. I think that's
It was a name first before it became a car brand.
the Gottlob Daimler, I think was he called. He was called. His daughter was named Mercedes. That's why he named the brand after her, basically.
Exactly.
It's a nice name, but here in Swabia, that name is predominantly connected to the car because it is from here. So, but it's a beautiful name. Advanced aeronautics, machines for building cars, trains, long list of inventions or advancement. Absolutely. We Germans had our time, and then some Germans broke that part of our history. So that glorifying Germany isn't very cool for people, or even patriotism. I think it was about 10-15 years ago, when there was, I think, the Europe Cup. Is it called Europe Cup? World Cup? Football? Soccer for the Americans. What is it called in English? Is it... Hello?
I don't know, I'm thinking.
Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can just react to something that I say.
Well, my brain was
because
reacting, my
in
mouth
German
not, I'm
it's
sorry.
Europameisterschaft, and Weltmeisterschaft. European Cup,
Championship?
okay. I think it was 10, 15 years ago, and I was going to go watch a match with my friends, and I had the German flag around my hip and on my face, like people do. And I was called old evil German person so many times. It's not as bad today, but back then there was a time where some people called me that because I was wearing my country's flag through the World Cup.
That's funny. I talked about this recently with Frank being Frank, because he's from the USA and they fly their colors everywhere and they salute it, blah blah. And I made a comparison with how the Germans deal with it, and and Germany is a perfect example for an opposite of what the USA does, but also explained the reason a little bit indeed. And there we have Renty.
Congratulations! That is awesome! Cliff is just amazing. I really, really like him. And it's fun getting drunk with him. That's why he's also a guest next week. That's great. Euro and World Cup. I love it. I think it's so cool that this year is, or at this moment kind of, is European Cup. Jessy, get it in your English brain. And next year is World Cup. We have 2 years football right after. It's so cool.
That is funny, yeah.
Yeah, because it's most of the time after one of those you have to wait 2 years, and that sucks. But I think in that case the German team could use a little bit time to train. We lost our magic 3 years ago. But I think England would be great when they would win the cup, because they never did. What do you think? Hello.
Well, yeah, it's like you say, 2 years in a row that we have a big football event, or soccer for the Americans. Otherwise, Frank won't understand it. Kidding, mate. Yeah, that is very unique.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely. Nice.
I'm not sure if the Netherlands can participate because they were pretty shit.
Yeah, same. Renty, I have at this moment this stream and the last 2 days not included, 3,957. So I think after this stream and my next video, maybe in the next 2, I could actually have the watch time to apply for the YouTube partner program. Finally. Yeah, that would be cool. I would be there, but I don't know, the last weeks I just didn't feel like streaming. Stop. And yeah, when I don't feel like streaming, I doubt the streams would be good, so I just didn't do them. But I feel good now, and oh my god, I maybe get monetized. Stop! My cat tries to eat. You will be able to monetize in 2 days without doing anything and be monetized. Congrats. Thank you, Renty. I really appreciate it, and I'm so sorry I totally forgot to respond to your email. I forgot to respond to anything for quite a while, but just know it had nothing to do with you. I was just totally stressed out and my memory sucks. Can you stop doing this? No.
But, meow.
Mm-hmm. Most of the cables, it did work. I used lemon juice and rubbed it on the cables, and they hate it, so they left it alone, and I probably have to do it again, huh? Stop. No. Go into the bed. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing when we're not behaving. Go into exile.
Susie Kitty.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. Yeah, I as I said, still can't believe it. When I started my channel, I just wanted to help my boyfriend, because when I watch the conspiracy stuff and science stuff, I always told him when he got home, oh my god, these people are so dumb, and why are they doing this, and I learned this today, and he just didn't care. So I thought, well, maybe I just scream it into the void of YouTube, and maybe someone will watch, and now there are thousands someone's. I said stop.
Cats be cats.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how my wife disciplines our cats. No, kiss, 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 love you. Yeah. Most of the time I don't do that. I get angry with my boyfriend. What?
Frank confused me there. He says CC is back, and I had the incorrect CC in my mind. From her, what? Oh, it's conspiracy cats.
I made that joke on Katz's Chatbox Travel Live. A girl said CC, and I said because she asked where CC is from, and I said Westchester County, New York, and she was like, huh, what are you talking about? And I said CC, Chris, and she was like, oh my god, sorry, I didn't know. No, I'm just joking, I'm sorry.
Well done.
Sometimes I just have to. I would never forgive myself to when I not would have made that joke. Sometimes you just have to do. Very nice contribution to the conversation, cats. Ed Ranty, yo.
Well, it helps.
Yeah.
I mean, we have something to talk about right now, so it actually works better than he ever expected.
I would have expected Ed Ranty, oi, since his English. So.
Who is boiling water?
A real gem in this community. Absolutely.
Oh, we lost Nimrod.
Nimrod.
Maybe his telephone overheated, I don't know. Or his battery is empty.
Possible. I don't know.
Possible.
Yo is better than Y, but I have to change the setting.
I was about to say that. Because we are all caught up right now in your video.
Not anymore, I think.
No.
Good.
Okay. That looked pretty funny.
Yeah. I know. I have to get used to that because the first guest I had was Just Call Me Avi, and they were only audio on Discord, and so I didn't add anything, so this is basically my first, and that's why I have to get used to changing that.
Everything new is a learning path, so it's fine.
I mean, I think it's weirder that, for example, Team sometimes doesn't know what he's doing there because he's a professional YouTuber. He's done that for quite a while.
Yeah, but after so many hours and so many whiskey, I can imagine you forget stuff.
You don't know which neuron you kill with that alcohol. Sometimes it's the one who had the information to change
Yeah.
the setting. Demon Orb, I haven't. I am now in the midst of catching up with YouTube, with our community, because sometimes when I don't feel that well, I can't handle the anger I get from watching stupid people. I know that sounds
Yeah.
weird, but I just, yeah, I can't handle it, and then I just watch wholesome content for a while. And now I am in the midst of catching up with people because I really feel bad. But I will. Hey, where you go? Blop. Are you okay? What are you drinking, Jessy? I drink Augustinerbräu München Lagerbier Hell. It's Bavarian beer. It's very good. Sarah, you don't feel bad when it's about beer. You can scream all you want. I would scream too. What are you drinking? That's at least how I read it. What are you drinking? Nimrod phone died. Good night. And
Called it.
hello? What is happening?
I don't know what is happening.
I think the layout is weird. No. Huh? Ah! My cat just went to the beginning with the stream while stepping on my keyboard. And
Oh,
she skipped to a part where the layout wasn't proper.
well, that's
and
actually almost on subject.
yeah, and I
just-
was
we
like,
just
oh,
talked about it.
what did just happen? That's
Good
there
kitty.
you go. Yeah. Oof. Oh, they're so cute. I really don't know how I will manage it when Cassie has had her surgery. I have to keep their play down, and I don't know how. I have to basically put Cassiopeia in another room, close the door, and have to play with Xena until she sleeps. And I have to watch them all the time. Ugh.
Yes.
Well, that's gonna be alright.
What else did you expect?
No, but I just imagine if I had a job, if I had to work, what would I do? That's
Yeah.
You can't just tell her, hey, stop playing, please.
Well, you can try to tell her, but I'm pretty sure she won't listen.
True. I explained to them very much, and I don't think they know what I mean. But I actually bought some of these buttons where I can teach them certain things that they can just ask. Because they're sitting there, they're meowing, and I try to play, they don't want to, I give them food, they don't want to, and I'm always like, what do you want from me? And then they can tell me. There's this YouTube channel called Billy Speaks, and that cat has around, I think, 40 buttons, and she goes there and goes, Billy want pet, Billy want catnip, and just basically asks for the things she wants. And when her mom says no later, she goes to the button and says mad. And I think that's so incredible that the cat can tell her when she's mad. And I want to try if my cats at least can tell me what they want to play, or if they want to get pets or anything.
Well, My cat can also say when she's mad, but that usually involves some pain in my leg.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
could
basically the same thing.
you could try this and maybe prevent that.
No, not gonna happen.
Probably. Yeah, but cats are very, yeah, as we established, intelligent, like dogs. And there
Yeah.
are studies from this company who does this, or they provide the materials at part for those studies, where those people have at home kind of a camera that is on all the time. So the scientists can review the footage to establish, can you say that those animals use language, and how conscious are they? There is this dog, Bunny. The channel is called What About Bunny? And she has so many buttons, I think around 70. And in a video, she was negotiating because she wanted to go on a walk. She said beach walk. And the mom said, no, we just were. And they said, walk on water. And they, the dog even made a fart joke. Because the scientist said every time she farted or smelled a fart from a human, she said smell poop. And I think, although funny, it's amazing to see how much they do understand and how we just don't acknowledge it or just don't know.
Yeah.
And the dog said mom, dad, family, cat, friend, and the people outside, strangers, and so much knowledge if you train them what that word means. And I think that's really, really cool.
That is really cool, yeah. So that's learned about 70 different words and its meaning.
Yeah, but some of these words are not objects. Some of that words are want, have, or tomorrow, or later, or yesterday. And the dog uses it most of the time in the right context and builds basic sentences.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think to explain to your dog or animal that that toy is called a dog, or I don't know, with objects it's fairly easy in air quotations to train them, but they
every dog knows ball.
yeah, and they trained the dog and also the cat what mad is, or what I love you means, or later, or
that is more
soon.
abstract.
Yeah, and they use it. Yes, Mario, the dog made a fart joke. No, joke.
Mario.
I put
He's
the
quiet
link
all the time
to.
and then he comes with this.
I put the link to the
Perfect.
video in my Discord later.
Yes,
That
please,
dog
do it.
made a fart joke, and I think that's cool. That these dogs ask questions, for example, because that's what people said with Harambe, the gorilla who learned sign language. The gorilla just responded. He said, want, orange food, want, because he knew some way of these three signs mean I get the thing I want. But it never asked questions. And with those animals in this study, they try to establish how much you could say they use language, and they have a conscious mind like we have, because they ask questions and they have their very own personality. They go and said, no, I don't want that. Hey, I want catnip, or I want to play with this, not with this. And I think that's so much more than most of us think of cats and dogs. That's what I
Absolutely,
think
yeah.
is very impressive. And yes, fart jokes are part of it. It's impressive that a dog makes fart jokes. I
Yeah, but
stand
it's
by
very
that.
funny that you say that, and even more funny how Mario take that one sentence out of context.
Yeah, because
That makes
that
it per-
that,
that makes it
sounds
perfect.
now like I said that
Yeah.
randomly or said it by accident. Huh? No, I said it on purpose.
But Mario, thanks. I think I will actually use that.
Oh no. But I have to stop the stream now, I think. Because it's been 4 hours. It doesn't feel
Wow.
like 4 hours at all.
I know.
But
know.
I'm hungry and my cats are. I hear
Yeah.
them punching against the food bowl. But
Uh-huh.
it was so much fun. I mean, if it wasn't, I wouldn't have streamed 4 hours. And I thank you all so much for the support, for being here in the side chat, because 4 hours is a long time of me talking. And I really appreciate you. Yes, please shield yourselves as long as you want.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I
for
missed the
us to-
beginning of the stream, but I was recording a collaboration video, and I will
Oh.
not say with who just yet.
Ooh.
It will be released on the
Interesting.
23rd. So in 2
Awesome.
weeks.
So remind us again, of course, but
Oh yeah. I also recorded an announcement video that will be released about 15 minutes ahead. Because it will be released on another channel actually.
that's a good idea.
Yes.
So everyone in the chat, thank you so much, and I promise I will stream more often, but when Cassiopeia is better, because I don't think I will have time in the few weeks. You're Hungary. Yes, I are Hungary. I'm a Hungary German.
I are hungry, okay.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like it. Pure mind games. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.